special about radio play-by-play. Always has been. In Jacksonville, your place for play-by-play is 1010XL. It's a Monday morning must.
We actually found it!
Yes. Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Baselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Monday mornings at 7:20 with Dan and Jeff on the drill on 1010XL.
Hey, John, my dad, Randy Marion's gone absolute Cadillac crazy. You won't believe our Escalade lineup.
Well, how crazy we talking, Jennifer?
Buckle up, folks. We've got over 35 Cadillac Escalades.
35 Escalades? That's luxury overload.
I'm talking fully loaded models, cutting-edge tech, and that signature Cadillac style.
And the deals are even more luxurious. $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Plus 5% off MSRP on retired courtesy vehicles. Head to Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 MNP and resistol.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better. Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. Googans, go time on a Friday morning at GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. And we are GTG. That's good to go on a football Friday. We'll talk to the Whisperer today. Troubles in Miami at the quarterback position. Man, after such a clean 2023 for Tua, disaster via the concussion strikes. And left third quarter last night, a loss to Buffalo. I got thoughts. Can't help but draw comparisons and only got week one. But see, Buffalo is what we want to be, right? I think we got a little indication of how far we still got to go. What was the narrative on Buffalo this offseason? Oh, they lost guys, right? No, I was really going to be on Josh Allen. Where are the receivers? No Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davison, Jacksonville. Lost the center, Mitch Morse. Both the safeties are gone. Lost Tre'Davious White. I mean, right? Lost this, lost that, lost the other. No, they didn't lose Josh Allen, did they? They didn't lose that running game. It's developing. Big night for James Cook. Show of hands, we had James Cook being better than Dalvin Cook just a couple of years ago. Happens fast. So, yeah, I can't help but draw at least some comparative observations, from last night. The first half was a lot like the Jags-Dolphins. Bills had a 17-7 lead with about 5 to go in the half, just as the Jags went to the half with that 17-7 lead. They pounced, man. They turned Tua over. Man, they made him look ugly before he went out. More on that in a second. Tua's absence, that is. But, yeah, what the Bills now have established themselves as, which is a rebuild and come at them with your next wave, with your next group, with your next roster of contenders. And so, yeah, if you wrote the Bills off in the East, that was a mistake, if you did. And he didn't. Don't get me wrong. No one felt like the Bills were about to fall to 6-11, but I did see that prediction. We're going through all these ridiculous numbers that we see in the offseason. Remember the one that had the Bills? What was that? It was like something like some sort of power poll or index. I don't know what it was. It had the Bills 6-7. Yeah, not so much. 2-0 with a nice road win last night. You got to get yourself as a franchise to a position where the Bills are. And the Jags aren't in that position, obviously, or they would have closed out Miami in the season opener, much like Buffalo did last night, a.k.a. no problem. 7-0, 7-7, 14-7, 17-7, 24-7, 24-10, 31-10, business trip over. See you next week, Jags. Now those Bills wait on us with some extra prep time, too, by the way. Be a Monday nighter in Buffalo. It's first of 3 straight prime-timers for the Bills, and they looked ready for it. They got the Jags, by the way. First the Dolphins on the road, then they got the Jaguars. Then they're at the Ravens. And then they got another one. Texans, I believe. So a good start to a tough stretch for Buffalo, and the early week 1 to 2 observation of that's what we should have done last week. We're trying to get in that. We're not in the Bills punching weight. I know we beat them, and but we're not. Trevor is not in Josh Allen's class. Needs to get there. Hurry up. And the Bills didn't overwhelm the stat sheet last night. Josh Allen wasn't great. Wasn't great. Good enough. Enough to hold the ball. Play calling good enough to control the clock. Defense good enough to not bend or break. And the Bills get a big early season look. Josh Allen last night had a game a lot like Trevor's last week. But the Bills won the game. 13 of 19 for Josh Allen, 139 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Sound familiar? Passer rating 107. A lot like what Trevor played down there. It was the rest, the play calling, the killer instinct, to put them away. Impactful running games when you're ahead in the clock. Not stuff rate acceleration. Not 3 and out. Not 8 plays, 11 yards after ETN's fumble. Which brings us to Cleveland this week. The overall thought was that the defense played pretty good, and I think we stand by that. Only gave up 20. The problem was the offense and the play calling, the stagnation, not getting to that final number that the Bills got to, because the Dolphins' number wasn't all that different, was it? Anywho, enough about that. The Jags can say your measuring stick is stupid and go beat Buffalo, and we won't remember. So, on to that season opening loss in Miami. And the overall thought is that the defense played good. And I think our overall thought about this football team, about the defense going into the regular season, was that the interior of the defensive line was going to be a strength, right? Devon Hamilton coming off injury. Roy Robertson-Harris, a veteran presence. Eric Armstead added to the mix. You drafted a guy in round 2. So I think it was thought, and so by proxy, the Jags were good against the run the other day. I think I left the game on Sunday with the notion that the interior of the defensive line played pretty good. But then again, I'm not Jaguars defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen.
thought it was okay. Could have been better at times, but at certain times there was very encouraging things. We played some young players, not an excuse, but young guys out there, and there's some of those guys that can play and need to get and play better for us, their ability and things that they've done. But as I think overall, when you really look at it, towards the end of the game, I think there's a couple of plays that you'd like to have back in the run game. A couple of the third down belly play and the last play of the game where, it falls off a tackle. If you make those two tackles, you feel even better because you felt pretty good about it right now.
Tackled so good in the preseason, and the tackling was a little sketchier, I thought, on Sunday. We get into this argument, which is the more valid stat, the yards allowed, total defense, yards per game, or scoring defense. And truth is, they both matter for different reasons. So, you look down there on Sunday, and from a scoreboard standpoint, the Jags did fine, 17 until the final ticks and a game-winning field goal for Miami. And so you write off the 400 yards of offense, which would have placed, in the bottom third of the league through week one. And so, the bottom line is you only allowed 20, you should have won, but that 400 tell a story, staying on the field, running more plays, impacting the game that way. So, the yards aren't a part of your final tally on the scoreboard, but they play a role in how that score ends there. On the offensive side of the football, it was pretty simple. Things were cruising along until the fumble, and then they went fetal position. And by fetal position in the NFL, it's pretty simple. You're not making plays.
Didn't consistently make enough plays or execute at the high enough level throughout the course of the game. Really from the start, the first drive did not go the way we wanted it to go. Same thing coming out of the half. So we got to find a way to make sure we're starting fast. Obviously, we were able to put together drives within the game, but that's something you got to do consistently. You got to find a way to start fast, stay consistent throughout, and then finish strong. And that's just something we got to continue to improve upon.
Yeah, the consistency and the finishing strong left a lot to be desired, especially the finishing strong part. And Press Taylor, offense coordinator, will speak further to that when we come back in the next segment. Going to circle back to Tua Tagovailoa. Went down with a concussion last night. That means more for Tua than it does for most quarterbacks after that, visible, scary, quite frankly, 2022 season. Some about Tua and that national TV, right? He seems to get these injuries. The Bengals game was like a Monday, Sunday nighter. He had one against the Packers, which was in prime time, and now again last night. This wasn't where he was thrown to the ground, so maybe all that jiu-jitsu training, was helpful. No, this was just taking on a tackler head first, down 21 in the third quarter. Just instinct, trying to make a football play. Well, thank God for local interests. Here's what I mean. I'm talking really about the college football schedule this weekend. And so, at first blush, doesn't contain a whole lot that will grab you from a national perspective. It's probably the weakest week of remaining of the college football season. I bet if I could go, I won't do the exercise. I could go through week to week from now until the end of the year. I don't think we'll find a less attractive overall national schedule in college football. Tomorrow, Saturday the 14th. How many matchups involving two ranked teams, do you ask? AP Top 25, Coaches Top 25. How many of the matchups on Saturday will feature two of those relative heavyweights doing battle? Yeah, answer 0. So if you took under 1, you are a winner this morning. There's just not a lot there. Alabama, Wisconsin, has a promise, but Wisconsin seems to be a little bit down compared to when you get them at their best. Like, I can remember Wisconsin, I believe, upsetting Leonard Fournette and LSU early season. Wisconsin has their years. Doesn't look like this is one of them. They're a 16-point dog at home. LSU, South Carolina in the SEC. I mean, is it a statement game for Carolina, perhaps? They got a big, easy romp of a win at Kentucky last week. They're 2-0. They're an up-and-down elevator-type program. I lied. I'm sorry. You do have 24-8, Boston College, Missouri. But Missouri's 16-point favorite in that one. So you see what I'm saying? But that takes us back to the local interest angle, and we'll talk a little bit about that when we come back on the other side. So Captain Kev and a fishing report. A little chumming of the college football waters, to use a fishing metaphor. Back to the Jaguars and the coordinators meeting the media yesterday, particularly Press Taylor, because let's be honest, that's what cost us the football game. The offense going into a turtle shell and completely disappearing Sunday afternoon. To GFL Friday, that's Green for Life. You're up and at 'em with us. We're The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. There's a lot more to it than a tight spiral and an accurate pass.
Everyone agrees that playing quarterback is the hardest thing to do in sports.
Denny Thompson is the Quarterback Whisperer. Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet. Friday mornings on The Drill.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool? Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Steve Johnson. Welcome to the show, Steve.
It's great to be here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to answer in the form of a question, Steve.
What is this game show?
See, that's another question.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys over and you can annoy them with all your questions? Johnny?
That's right, Steve. Bueller Air and Plumbing can answer all your air conditioning questions, repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last longer while saving electricity, making sure you are cool.
Where is the parking lot?
You're killing me, Steve.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at EverBank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, EverBank NA, member FDIC.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a Dandy, and do it today.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Gene Coleman at 764-4139.
If your favorite colors are orange and green, stay close to South Beach this season.
Your source for weekly Canes news and nuggets on 1010XL is the Hurricane Report.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve on 1010XL.
I've known Glenn Coleman for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
You already know it's your boy E to the T, and winning season is back. Football is back, and MyBookie is here, baby, to make sure you're ready to cash in on all the action. This season, MyBookie is pulling out all the stops with incredible promotions like weekly risk-free boost on Thursdays, where you can bet without a sweat. If your bet hits, you win big. If it doesn't, forget about it. MyBookie will refund you your wages. But that's just the beginning. MyBookie is giving away hundreds of thousands in prizes with their Super Survivor and their Square contest. Get your entries in now for your shot to win huge cash rewards. For a limited time, they're bringing back the double deposit bonus. When you're ready to get started, use my promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus that doubles your money. Double your cash, my boy, with that promo code 1010XL before you place every bet. And now loyalty pays off. With MyBookie, the more you play, the more you win. It's simple. MyBookie is the lock of the century. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and make this season your winning season. Come on, somebody.
Frank Franzi here to congratulate my friends at Big Chief Tire. For the 5th year in a row, Big Chief Tire was named the best tire center in Jacksonville for excellence in tire services. Big Chief Tire has served the Jacksonville community for over 60 years with quality tires, brakes, repairs, alignments, and more. Big Chief is known for fair prices and honest service, and they've built a reputation for treating customers like family. Big Chief offers reliable solutions to keep vehicles safe and running smoothly. Visit BigChiefService.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, currently called upon for his expert opinion. He's currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder, of course, of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bow 9 and Associates.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
I want to make our backyard into a paradise, but where do I start?
A few people I know chose CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They do it all. Fire pits, pergolas, and custom outdoor kitchens.
That sounds convenient, but I don't want a half dozen subcontractors milling around.
CSS is a licensed contractor, so they do 100% of the work themselves, from start to finish.
That's perfect. Let's get an estimate.
Well, I already toured their showroom last week.
Ha! Well, what are we waiting for? Let's do it.
CSSOutdoor.com. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favor's Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, we're going to talk fishing with Captain Kev first. Wildlife in another state. If I told you they had a crazy scene at Folsom Field, University of Colorado University last night. A hit-and-run accident. Police chased a truck onto campus. He busts through the gate, parks it right there on the 40 before they finally got him out. Now, if I told you that story on a college campus last night, dude busted through the gate and hit and run, chased by police before finally surrendering at the 40. You'd ask me, what year is that college student in? And I'm here to tell you that was a 48-year-old man, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do better. Activate my call screener here for me, ET. Let's bring in Captain Kev on the Auto Garber Mall hotline. Hello, Kev.
Good morning, Jeff.
Yeah. Your life's not going right when you're hit and run, running from police, crashing it through the gate, parking it on the 40. Oops. You don't have a lot of getaway. Your getaway plan just ended when you get parked at midfield on a football stadium.
No.
I'll save you all the silly, goofy jokes about Colorado football and they can't stop anyone from driving, blah, blah, blah. Not the only drive you'll see against Colorado this weekend, yada, yada. They're on the road at Colorado State. That's got an interesting flair to it because of what happened last year, but that's another story. What do we got out on the waterways there, Cap? A lot of rain.
Water.
Yeah.
We got a lot of water, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean,
flood level water.
This is a crazy 2-week stretch. You know, you and I have been here a long time, and September is always wet. You know, I mean, but not like this.
Now, this is like a persistent. It's not like one big storm blowing through and then getting a break. It's just like living in Seattle or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I compare it to is like Seattle. I mean, my gosh. I mean, I've had to talk a lot of charter captains off the bridge this week. You know, I mean, everybody's sitting around doing nothing.
Now, let me ask you this: if you are able to beat the raindrops, or if it's not stormy and you're going to fish in some drizzle, how does it affect the fishery when water goes to levels that it's not normal? And I guess this would be more inshore, right? This doesn't have anything to do with the ocean, but or does it? Like how does?
I mean, we talked about this last night on the forecast show. You probably would have to run 30 to 40 miles offshore to find some kind of clean water. I mean, I just because I was bored yesterday, I rode down to the ramp at high tide, and the tide's way up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And when you're talking about the Volana ramp is what, not even a mile to the inlet, and the water looks like Coca-Cola. I mean, it's just so. The guys that have fished this week that kind of, I mean, they're taking pictures of wearing goggles and full rain suits and stuff like that. And look, I don't have clients like that. They're like, no, we live here. We don't have to do this. But like I said, I've got guys that did fish, and the only fish you're going to catch is going to be around the inlets. It's just the docks, the rocks, the bridges. They're still holding some reds, but nothing like even last week. I know it rained all last week, but those fish seem to be there. But I think they're flushing out, and they're trying to find some saltier water somewhere. I got a trip today. My guys are like, how's fishing been? I'm like, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't been. You just haven't. As a matter of fact, when I went to the ramp yesterday and just was like hanging out for a few minutes, the wind was howling, Jeff. I mean, there were literally waves coming into the Volana ramp.
It's funny. Hick said the same thing. That must be way worse coastal than inland because it has not been that. And I don't, I live in St. Johns County. I don't live way inland, but it is. This side of 95, it's just, I don't know, or maybe I just didn't notice, but it hadn't seemed, I haven't played golf or anything, but it hadn't seemed super windy.
And I do believe it's more coastal stuff.
Yeah, I would say that. Based on what I've heard.
Yeah, there's not much wind in these storms and stuff, but it's, yesterday was small craft, exercise caution. It was 15 to 20 out of the northeast.
All right.
That's
well, you see any relief in sight? How far ahead do you look? And what are we looking at?
Honestly, I see like at least 40, 50% chance of rain for the next 7 or 8 days.
It's been that way for the last 14.
I know.
It's hard to do anything. And by the way, it's so wet now that, affects everything we do recreationally, right? But like golf is now to the point where the courses are saturated that even if they will let you on for cart feet, it's not worth playing. Slops around everywhere.
Look, I am anal about my yard, okay?
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm going to be able to mow this grass for weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just especially if you just get one afternoon shower, it's just going to moisten it back up. Yeah, you're right. And God knows we don't need a storm now.
I know.
Because it'll be devastating.
I'm with you on the backyard. We have a big-ish backyard too, and in the back of it we'll pond. I was going to say puddle, but it'll start to pond back there, and that's when you know we've reached maximum saturation. We're past that here. This go round, that's for sure. All right, Kev. Outdoor show tomorrow.
Outdoor show tomorrow. We're gonna have fun. We got a special author coming on, and I'm actually reading his book right now, and it's called Sow Belly, and it's about all the guys that are trying to break the world record bass.
Okay.
And it's going to be cool. He's written books about Nick Saban. I mean, he's not just he's a sports guy, but he's written some other books. His name is Monty Burke. So I'm really looking forward to having him on tomorrow and talking about some of the books he's written.
I know you're not in here all that often anymore, but when you do, just throw that book in my mailbox. I think I'd enjoy that read.
Okay, so I got it yesterday and I'm halfway through it.
Okay.
So next Saturday,
Perfect.
or if I finish it today, I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
You would love it.
Yeah, it's good book reading weather, Kev. I don't know if you knew that.
That's what I've been doing, reading books, bro.
Good for you. You're getting smarter at least. I just get dumber day to day. Thank you, Kev. I appreciate you. See the boys on the outdoor show tomorrow morning, and as always, we get that fishing report here on Friday mornings. Again, this has kind of been. Can you drop that, please, for me? Thank you. This has kind of been the same story with Kev now going for a while. All right, local interest keeps me engaged. Suddenly, this Memphis FSU game takes on a lot of narrative, doesn't it? Noles are 0-2. They're by far the biggest disappointment in college football, and I know it hits harder to you Nole fans out there than what any other national perspective might be. There's growing legitimate concern in Tally that we just, had a vapor of success blow through, but programs like Memphis and Cincinnati and Tulane and UCF that throw out undefeated or near undefeated seasons before they get to the bowl. You got to wonder, is it time, we are just wringing hands and offering more commentary than you probably want to hear about the Gator quarterback situation and turning to a young guy, DJ Lagway, in this scenario. I mean, you could scream the same argument to Mike Norvell and FSU. They brought in DJ Uiagalelei, and he's not worked. Not the answer, right? And so you got Luke Kromenhoek over there, who's, a developmental prospect who Denny loves a lot. He's worked with. We'll have the Whisperer later today. I mean, is it time for them to also make a change? You could argue that change is more relevant in Tallahassee even than it would be in Gainesville, just based on how the Noles have started with 2 games under. And by the way, and so that game's at noon. That gives you something right out of the gates, even though there's nothing percolating too much nationally. And then Florida at 3:30. Look, Mertz did not play good against Miami. And so this whole argument this week about moving forward is more involved 2 reasons why Mertz should and ultimately did retain his playing time, and I would assume his starting spot. One is the great year that he had last year, 18 touchdowns, 3 picks, very efficient, and considering what Florida was last year, I mean, got kudos for how he played the position. And the second is, even though he had a fantastic freshman debut, it was just Samford. And so those are the 2, but we're left out of this analysis is just how bad Graham Mertz was against Miami. Make no mistake, he was terrible. He made us all go, wait, what? Where's the dude we saw last year? So young quarterbacks pressuring long-toothed veterans in both Tallahassee and Gainesville could very well be the dominant storyline when we leave college football Saturday from the local impact perspective. So locally, at least, you got FSU, Memphis at noon, Florida, Texas A&M at 3:30 tomorrow. And more college football talk as we move along through the morning. We got the Friday 5-pack today. We'll do our best. Come back on the other side with more Press Taylor and a football fix. You're listening to The Drill on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look for those bright green cans and trucks all over the First Coast.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Florida homeowners are going to extreme lengths to stay cool this summer.
We sit in front of the refrigerator with the door open and only eat frozen foods while they're still frozen and put ice cubes down our pants. Whoa, that's cold.
But the most popular and cost-effective way can be summed up by a quack. Just call Duck Duck Air Conditioning. For AC repairs to new installations, you too can beat the Florida heat with Duck Duck Air Conditioning, Jacksonville area's AC experts. Trust the Duck to keep your cooling costs low. DuckDuckAC.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
So one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. It's something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
This is Keith Scott with Veterans Wholesale Cabinets. We are Northeast Florida's cabinet experts and your best option to elevate your home improvement project for both homeowners and contractors, and attention to detail to every project. VeteransWholesaleCabinets.com.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Every Friday night in every town in America, communities come together for a time-honored tradition.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Rotator cuff tears are the most common overhead injuries I see. In order to avoid shoulder issues, make sure not to overload the front of the shoulder while also focusing on developing good scapular strength and maintaining flexibility in your lats. Proper hydration, nutrition, and supplementation are also crucial to joint and muscle health. Go Jag. This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson commented on the tough Brown defense they will face on Sunday.
You know, it's a typical Jim Schwartz. It's a rush, crush, close terminology on defense.
Quarterback Trevor Lawrence is looking for the bank to provide a home field advantage.
We want this to be a really difficult place to play, and obviously it is. We want it every week to be a tough environment to come into. And
JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Browns this Sunday. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit jtafla.com. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
The fact that it is the same D coordinator, a lot of very similar personnel, so that's something we'll definitely look at. We haven't changed a whole lot, and if you look at us and who we are and how we deploy people and all that, so I would assume the way they felt going into that game is probably similar going into this game. So you're going to look at it, but you want to look at any adjustments they made from that game on through their season, week 1 against Dallas. You'll take all information you can get, you'll take into account as you build your plan and prepare your guys.
Press Taylor talking about this week's matchup with the Browns. Interesting. He sent them, hey, Cleveland, don't worry about anything. We're going to do exactly what we did last year. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Now, revisit just where the Jags were on an important trip to Cleveland last year. We just lost at home to the Bengals. Very disappointing. It was 34-31 in overtime, but that's okay. We're 8-4, still well in charge of the AFC South. We got a big primetime home game with Baltimore coming with a Sunday nighter in a couple of weeks. First, a trip to Cleveland. Oh, goody. We've got Joe Flacco. Jags went on the road. They fell behind 14-0, got a touchdown before the break, then fell behind 21-7, then scored a touchdown late in the third to get back within a score, and then they gave up another touchdown. Then they scored again. Got within 28-21. Gave up a field goal, 55-yarder. That was a big play. And ultimately, they went on the road and lost. So just how did they perform, though, from a statistical standpoint against a Browns defense that you just heard Press Taylor say is about the same? It was an inconsistent day for Trevor, 28 of 50. He had 3 touchdowns, had 257 yards passing, but also had 3 interceptions. I believe he had a fumble in that game, too, if I recall. Jags got nothing going on the ground. That'd have to be different. Tank Bigsby, not a single carry. It shows you how much things can change from one year to the next. Evan Ingram was really the only offensive weapon, 11 for 95 and 2 scores. So if you're looking for a game plan for this week, you just heard Press Taylor say, we'll do what we did last year. Yeah, sure they will. Meanwhile, just what in the blazes happened, man? I mean, I don't know what your perspective there is in the film room, Coach, but it sure seems to all of us that the offense folded when momentum flipped.
I don't know that necessarily had to do with momentum or anything like that. I think it came down to being able to execute. I think if we convert one of those third downs, we get a chance to run more plays. We get a chance to continue to move the football. I think you saw we had the backed up drive. We have 6 plays, and we're all the way down to the 3-yard line. Out of our own 2, I believe it was. So, we know we're capable of that. We just have to do it consistently as we go.
Well, I mean, Trevor is cruising along on his way to a 250-yard passing game. I mean, we got all of our yards until the third quarter, the end of the third quarter there in the fumble. Then we only passed the ball 8 out of 11 attempts. And 2 of those 11 ended in sacks. Only 1 pass got up. What happened to the passing game portion of the playbook?
Yeah, I think a lot of that's just the limited number of plays we were able to have in that situation. We moved the ball. We felt like we were getting started on a couple drives, and we get in a 3rd and 1 scenario, we don't convert. 4th and 1, don't convert. But that gives you an opportunity now to get a whole new set of downs, call more plays, get in that rhythm of things. I think what we were trying to do was the right thing. Did we get it done all the time? No, obviously not. You want to be able to consistently put things together, but we felt like, we were 2 yards away from potentially putting that game away, and then all of a sudden, but you have to overcome that. That's the NFL. Every game is going to find a way to come down to 1 score. 75% of the games are going to come down to 1 score. So you got to find a way to, when you have an opportunity to put somebody away, put them away, but then respond and be resilient when things aren't going your way, or you feel momentum is flipped, or whatever the challenges are. You got to be able to execute at every single situation.
And when you're a good team, and the Bills showed this last night, if something's not clicking, then the other side takes care of things and closes it out. They finish off a dominant performance. In this case, the Bills defense picked off 2 or 3 times, had a pick 6 out of the Dolphins offense. Man, especially with no Mostert, it shrivels up pretty quick. And all right, let's stop. It's easier said than done, but let's stop Tyreek, Waddle, and Achane. They got nothing else. What else is going to beat you? Jonnu Smith? These young receivers, you can't remember their names. I mean, Jalen Wright, maybe he's got a ceiling, a young running back out of Tennessee, I believe. But, yeah, I mean, what's impressive about the Bills is they made the Bills' offense didn't do anything after half either. Not a thing. It's 24-10 at halftime. The Bills' second half drives went 5 plays, 17 yards. 5 plays, 20 yards. 7 plays, 14 yards. And then into the game, 4 plays, 8 yards. But the difference there, you know what I didn't say on any of those drives? 3 plays. I didn't say that, did I? 3 and out. That's what killed the Jags, and by proxy, that's what Press is speaking of, that we didn't have enough plays. Well, that's your fault. Execute them and don't get there. I mean, they're the same problem. The problem is not getting first down. You want to parse it out to, well, we only didn't do this. Well, heck. You're never going to – you'll never be good or productive if you don't – no kidding. Gotta get better on that stuff for AD. What we got to do. Stuff. All right, fire up the band. We got a football fix. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Home Life Business Auto Bundle. Assurance, not just insurance, with our girl Mandy. And the home course. Join the Kickoff Club. Let's let that sucker dry out for a couple days, perhaps. But if you're just jonesing, check them out online. JointonCreekGolf.com. Yeah, I mentioned it's a Bills easy last night. Yeah, so much. Yeah, it's apparently reloading, not rebuilding up there in Buffalo. Not a big day for Josh Allen. Didn't need one. He only had 149, 50 yards passing. And Bills got a big day from James Cook. Ever since they changed offensive coordinators up there last year, the running game and the emphasis on it has been noticeable. 11 carries, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cook also caught a 17-yard touchdown, so that's 3 touchdowns back in his own stomping grounds of South Florida. And the Bills went 31-10, but the sub-story here is Tua. Concussion. I mean, the bad ones, the ones where the arms go straight up in the air, you know, when you're laying on the ground and you wobble off the field. And we know his history with concussion, so goodness only knows how long it might be. We shall see, but that happened in the third quarter last night, and it means more because it's Tua, obviously, after that just bell-ringing season that he took 2 years ago. By the way, Damar Hamlin was in on that hit. Hamlin is the name you remember. He's the player that literally died on the field in Cincinnati, brought back to life. He's got a bigger role with the Bills this year after their safeties left via free agency. And so he was in on that collision with Tua. He sent him a heartfelt note, is the word, into the locker room. We'll wait and see. Look, you're just going to go to the concussion protocol and, you know, ultimately see how significant and how lingering and just what it means. It's look, we're going to get to this conversation with Tua on whether or not it's smart to keep playing. Hell hath no fury like fantasy football fans, buddy. They come after you. They could have burned the 49ers headquarters to the ground after the old switcheroo at running back and no Christian McCaffrey on Monday night. And now they're on T. Higgins, accusing him of faking a hamstring injury, to the point that Higgins has responded. He was a late add to the Bengals injury report last week and then ended up not playing in the home loss to New England. Took time Thursday to address speculation about his hamstring injury. Bengals got an important game at Kansas City this weekend. By the way, I saw Jamar Chase said they're all chasing the Bengals. They're the team to beat. Apparently unaware of something called the internet. I just don't understand why fans think I'm faking an injury. When for me to get an extension for a contract, the deadline is over. I just don't understand why they think I'm faking an injury. It doesn't make sense to me. Absolutely fair. Saquon Barkley sent a Dear Jones letter, sending Daniel Jones a message of encouragement after Daniel Jones was just god-awful against the Vikings on Sunday. I mean, ugh. Meanwhile, Barkley just scored again in Rio. I mean, Sao Paulo, sorry. Had a big day in his debut for the Eagles, didn't he? Jamar Chase, I mentioned it. Bengals may have lost week 1. Chase, short memory, says their lofty expectations are still in play, and as I just said before, he feels that the Bengals are the team to beat in the AFC. I'm sure a lot will, and I'm sure a lot of teams will beat them, so you're right in one regard. Deshaun Watson's latest accuser is going to meet with the NFL, provide, quote, pertinent video. Oh. Attorney Tony Busby says he intends to make his client available for interview along with 2 individuals who spoke to her immediately after the assault. I also have a video to share that will be pertinent. I don't know what that means. Could be a major problem for Watson. I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings on this. And we talked about this the other day. The NFL looked at the entire scope of it, 20-something, and made their judgment. He sat out a whole year. It would seem to encompass anything that was happening within that time frame that might trickle out later. I don't know. The attorney, by the way, does not seem optimistic that the NFL would impose further discipline, but he's Tony Busby, and he's a big mouth, and he's an attention hog, and so I don't know how he would know, quite frankly. We'll see. Just a little distraction to put on the team flight when Cleveland flies down today. Get ready for Sunday's game here in Jacksonville. The Steelers say quarterback Russell Wilson is getting closer and closer to a return. Most likely it'll still be Justin Fields when the Steelers, I believe they're in Denver for a game with the Broncos. That was a nice road win for Pittsburgh over Atlanta. Denver's kind of like a Falcons of the AFC type team. What a start in a tough division it would be for Pittsburgh if they could get back-to-back road wins to start the year. And Kirk Cousins is one of the bigger floppy disappointments of week 1 against the Steelers. A game that was there to be taken if they'd done anything offensively, and Cousins did not earn a penny of that $1 trillion contract. To the point you wonder, are you still bothered by the injury? He said, no, Achilles is good. I'm just terrible. Oh, he did not add that second part. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and Mandarin Home Life Business Auto Bundle. Assurance, not just insurance, and the home course, the Jewelton Creek Golf Club. Hicken Arrival, more coming your way next. Got the Friday 5-pack today. We'll try and do better. Some time with quarterback whisperer. Luke Cromanhook is a conversation perhaps to be had. Noel Nation, you ready to turn to the younger quarterback too? You got a lot of company down there in Gainesville. This is The Drill. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jags coach Doug Peterson joins the Frangie Show.
That's the exciting part about it.
Coach Speaks. Fridays at 4:05.
I think if we continue to improve, anything's possible moving forward.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Are you still asking the question, why Arlington? Lucky for you, I've got all the answers. Mia here. Arlington's lot is packed with new Toyotas in stock in one location, ready to go home with you today. 60-day exchange. That's 60 days to love your new Toyota purchase or exchange it for one that you do. Worried about financing? There's the Arlington Credit Helper. You even get a complimentary car wash with every service. So instead of asking, why Arlington, I'm going to ask, why aren't you here yet? 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or at arlingtontoyota.com.
Mad Men Marketing, Jacksonville's original digital ad agency, is now able to get your ads placed on Amazon Prime Video. Their digital experts are some of the few digital marketers approved to insert on Amazon Prime Video. Call their digital consultants at 355-1766 to learn how you can use Amazon Prime Video to grow your business and increase sales. Mad Men Marketing. Interact. Don't interrupt.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it.
CSS. Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Hunters Know Patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Favor, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Hello there. Brendan from Play It Again Sports here to congratulate all the parents for surviving another summer. The kiddos are back to school, and you know what that means? Sports are back. But don't fret. Play It Again Sports has the gear you need at prices worthy of excessive celebration. From sluggers and shooters to clappers and benders, Play It Again Sports can turn your kids into goats. Stop in today on Merrill Road near 295 or online at playitagainjacks.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Man, it's summertime and it is hot outside, and you got to take some precautions when you go out there. That's what Doctors Boudreaux and Metz have taught me through the years, and they've taken great care of me and my skin, so I don't have to go see Dr. Fader and get that Mohs surgery. No, sir, no, sir. I appreciate these guys, and I appreciate them looking out for me. And look, you know, we're getting ready for football time, right? We're getting ready for those, you know, those practices that you go to if you have to sit in the sun, or if you go to the games down and watch the Jags or the Gators or the Knowles. Man, you got to put on the sunscreen. You got to wear floppy hats. You got to wear long sleeve dry fits. You got to take care of yourself. And if you see something on your skin, don't wait. Get it checked out. It's real easy to do. The people at Beaches Dermatology will be there to help. Give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Roof damage? Call before you claim. Green Law Group, fighting insurance companies for you. They will work for you when you have roof damage. Don't let your insurance deny you. Don't call an adjuster. Call Green Law Group at 904-302-7055. Remember, if you have roof damage, call Green Law Group before you claim. They've settled millions and will work hard to get your claim and new roof. Green Law Group. Call before you claim. 904-302-7055.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at AMCOJacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 through October 26th at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and also at Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and Brooks Rehab at World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. Florida will look to defeat Texas A&M tomorrow as they begin conference play. Head coach Billy Napier may use both quarterbacks.
Both players were able to get reps with both groups. They're both preparing at a high level in anticipation of both playing in the game.
Hear the game live Saturday afternoon. Our coverage starts at 12:30 on 1010XL. On Wednesday's first official injury report, Florida receiving option sophomore wideout Eugene Wilson is questionable after sustaining a lower body injury. Wilson leads the Gators with 13 receptions, 191 yards, and 2 touchdowns this season. Following practice, FSU head coach Mike Norvell commented on the benefits of the early bye week.
Opportunity for guys to rest up. I mean, here we're early in the season, with an early bye. It's an opportunity to continue to build upon the fundamentals.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7 a.m., it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
You know it! You know it!
You know it!
Sir! I need a little emotion, please.
Let's go then!
Hey! Ho! Hey, ho! Woo!
Unnecessary.
Take it, girl.
There you go.
There you go.
Go, Dan.
It's like syrup.
Come on, sweetie.
Go, Dan.
Yeah. Football Friday. Let's try it again.
If you were unaware that syrup flowed from the tree pale white, you were wrong.
Woo!
Caro syrup. That's your new nickname. Caro syrup.
Hey, special birthday shout out today.
Shout them out.
On a Friday.
On a big Friday.
The sweet Anna turning 17 today.
You go, girl.
Anna, happy birthday. Forced to listen in the car all these years.
What does it mean when your birthday's Friday the 13th?
Today the 13th?
Today's Friday the 13th. Got a little triskaidekaphobia working today, Dan Hicken.
All right, Anna, that's a special day.
Got to go home and watch some Jason Voorhees.
That's our buddy Shelvin's daughter.
Huh? E.T., I didn't get a reaction. We were all whooping and hollering, but what about another nickname for the mogul here? Caro syrup. You know what Caro is?
No.
You don't know what Caro syrup is? It's white syrup. That's what it is. You know what Caro syrup is, right, Dan? No? Mm-hmm. Caro syrup is a good old Southern thing for us poor kids that didn't have any, log cabin or whatever it was. Caro syrup's more of like a
some sugar in it?
Cooking syrup. No, Caro is sweet.
Okay.
But it's clear. It would look like vegetable oil. You look it up, Karo. Then you'll get the nickname and it'll flourish.
Oh, enough nicknames.
You're syrupy. No, it's not enough. If you gloss yourself 5, then you're allowed to be glossed another 5.
I do gloss.
My guy just said no more nicknames.
Enough. There's 2 things I took out of the Dolphin game. One, I think it re-infuriated Jag fan as we watch Buffalo dismantle
We
them.
see how far away we are. How far we got to go still.
I'm like, sheesh.
Of course, that can change with a win next Monday.
It's a week to week, right? It's a week to week.
But that is I share that.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign that's what you're supposed to do.
And 2, I was watching when Tua went down, and I saw the hand, and my son saw it, and we were like, oh, my gosh, you got to be kidding me. And
you already know what I mean as soon as those hands go up.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, that's what happens to him. And this is we're moving into don't play football anymore.
Well, and if you're there, you got to be proactive here, don't you? I've already heard that do they try and trade for Mac Jones, or is there a quarterback out there? Because the Dolphins have put a lot into winning now.
Right.
They paid receivers and players, and they think they've got a good team. And the defense, by the way, again, they held Buffalo under 300.
Yeah.
It wasn't them. They just but Buffalo finished the game, and you know what? They were able to finish it with Josh Allen having the same stat line as Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
They were able to finish it with the same.
It was a little different because what happened
they got third down
Buffalo
conversions.
got the knockout punch.
That's right.
The pick six was the knockout punch.
There you go. Fair.
So now it's like
ETN would have been yes.
And then on that particular Tua drive, that ate up the entire quarter. I really, before he got hurt, was questioning Yelly Soprano's coaching 3 minutes left, and they just seemed like they wanted to run out the clock in the first half. It was very odd.
Yeah.
He wasn't using his timeouts, and all of a sudden he caught himself. He couldn't get in the end zone. He ran out of time. He had to kick a field goal, and they needed a touchdown there. They needed the tutty.
I don't know what Buffalo did to Miami, but Tua looked confused like a rookie at times. I was like, that pick six throw was Will Levis bad.
Yeah, well, it was. Well, anyway, so you look up and it's basically the end of the third quarter. So now it's like, well, listen, and if you're playing any prop stuff, you're like, well, if you need Buffalo to be throwing, you ain't going to be getting it because they're going to run until they stop.
They had like 149 yards passing. They didn't need it.
He didn't need it. So it's like, all right. Well,
but you made a great point. They got their knockout with the pick six. The Jags had their knockout. It was ETN. And I think we saw yesterday why we can say if the Jags score there, they win. Miami's not the toughest, mental
I don't get this.
machine. If we take that 17-point lead, ball game.
I don't get this, and I'll have to ask Tony or Fred or a football guy this question, but Herbie kept referring to the Bills safeties playing back too deep, taking away. You can't take away Waddle and Hill.
No, they'll go underneath.
Yeah, I mean, there's
yak you to death.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
But that's all they have.
Well, no, they have Achane, Waddle, and Hill. That's enough. You can't take away all three of that, but they did.
Well,
I guess you can.
But I'll give Miami credit. Early in the game, they were spacing the field. They were running a lot of reverses and underneath. Those guys were in space.
I think
Tua killed them because they moved the ball at the beginning of the game, and he had picks. He had interceptions.
Yeah. I think what Buffalo did is said, and this is vastly different from what we did. But Miami scored 20 against us.
They were effective. The yardage, things were, except for the turnovers. That's what was the difference.
I think what Buffalo did is said, okay, you move the ball, but you're going to have to matriculate down the field. You're going to have to do it in 12 plays. You're not doing it. You're not getting the.
Well, they did. They didn't let any what happened
Charlie
to the
Ho?
Here's what happened to the Jaguars last week too, Dan. A couple of those underneath routes missed a tackle and they became 40-yard gains. They had Achane had like a 31-yard. Last night, they'd hit those, but they'd only get 12 yards. Yeah, it'd be a first down, but they wouldn't give up these big chunks of the field.
Yeah, but the bigger
and Tua had his C game from the get-go. Didn't have any touch yet. Just wasn't good last night.
The biggest pressing issue is his health, though, and
for sure,
and
it's different for him.
Yeah,
I mean the point is, it's almost like
four.
But you almost feel like, and if this is the case, like this will keep him out for a while. Like the next one, he won't play again this year. They got to be aggressive now.
He may not play this year after this.
And if that's the case, you may as well retire.
Yeah.
It's football. You're a quarterback. You're going to get hit in the head every week. And so I don't know why it's different for him than it is others.
And then look, honestly, we can say we're not in Miami. So from an observational up here point of view, the kid, they just paid the kid.
Yeah,
they paid him all his money.
Yeah.
And that's why you're probably a little hesitant. There's a health risk here. I don't know. I know 4 concussions and 5, and he's had horrible concussions.
Well, and the problem with his, and I'm sure.
And by the way, they say I know we'll get that. Well, they say when you clench up, like that suggests unconsciousness, and it didn't look like the worst hit in the world. We've seen worse.
No, yeah.
But as he's going forward, I'm like, slide, bro.
Yeah,
you got the first.
Well, and obviously, and again, this was the question for not different people are different ways. Some people's hit the head affects them more than others because it is. I mean, I haven't seen. Name me another quarterback in the history of the league, Dan, in all the years you've watched it now 3 times you can remember going stiff arm unconscious on the ground.
It doesn't happen.
I can't think of any. They're all getting hit in the head. Trevor got slammed to the ground in the preseason game. Remember, he hit his head off the back of the turf?
I would tell you that I bet, and the Googans will remind us, but I can, in my head, I just can't remember who, but there are guys who've taken hits and kind of convulsed.
Yes.
Yeah. I think there have been those. I can't think of any right now, but I bet you they can remind us.
And Tuas are visible. It's almost like the football gods, little G, are sending a statement through him to the NFL. They happen on primetime games. It's 3 times.
Yeah.
Prime time. It stopped the game. It's brought away attention and focus to the concussion. And he got through last year, right?
I wonder. Yes.
And you know what? It wasn't. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And And in fairness to whatever training he was doing, this wasn't one of those get slung. Remember, all the others were getting slung in the pocket. That's how he got the concussions, hitting his head off the ground. And that wasn't last night. That was taken on a tackler head first.
I wonder if he was wearing that.
I think it's
extra
outside.
Helmet. I know, but you're allowed to, right?
Yeah, but you would see it, so he's not.
No, I said I wonder if he had. Would that have helped?
Oh, yeah. I think if that worked, they'd be wearing it.
Really?
I do.
Yeah. Well, maybe this forces them to wear it.
Maybe they'll. I don't know if it works. And I guess we'll see. But I guess it's just going to look like a video game, like backyard football. They're going to have these guys running around with these big bobbleheads on.
Now, on the other side, on the flip side, if you're Buffalo, you're feeling really good. There's a lot of changes. It's Josh Allen's team. They got really. They don't have a whole lot around him. In terms of they lost a lot of their guys, and unlike last year where they had a horrible start, they're off to a great start. They're 2-0. And you got to be feeling great. You got an extra. You don't play till next Monday. You got the Jags. You got them at home. You got 2 wins under your belt. It couldn't be any better for Buffalo. It's the exact opposite of last year. I don't remember if they were 0. No, they weren't 0-2 because they made the playoffs. But I remember last year at some point they were like 3-6, weren't they? I mean, they had to go. They won like
the Bills.
Yeah.
I don't think they were quite that bad, but they did. They were sketchy. When the Jags beat them, I think that left the Bills like 3-2.
Okay,
I really do.
Yeah, okay.
I could be wrong, and I know they were. I don't know if they ever got 3-6. You may be right. You remember those things a little bit better than I do. I don't think they got that far behind, but you could be. I do remember them struggling.
Stand by. I just want.
I trust you on that. I mean, if I had to say you or me, I trust your memory.
You're right. They were 3-2 after the Jags. Then they were 4-2. Then they were 4-3, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5. They were 6-6.
6-6
after they lost. 6-6 is not.
Yes,
we're not going to make the
correct.
playoffs.
Well, to your point, the Jags at that time are 8-4.
8-4.
Yeah.
So they're 6-6. They went to Kansas City and won at 6-6. Then they clobbered Dallas. Then they went to L.A. and won. Then they beat New England. Then they beat the Dolphins. And that game for the Dolphins sent the Dolphins to Kansas City because they could have had a home game. It gave the Bills a division. And so then the Bills got to stay at home. They had it, and they beat Pittsburgh, and then they got Kansas City and lost by 3. The Bills have been just knocking on that door, and they can't get through.
We're looking at it right here. Back to the Dolphins real quick from this perspective.
Yeah.
Boy, if the Jags don't throw up over themselves and lose that game, Miami is a big story right now. They're 0-2. They're the FSU of the NFL. They would have lost 2 home games to other contenders. It would be a way for the Dolphins' sake. It's a good thing the Jags gave them one.
Let's get our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day in. Most likely thing to happen at TrEverBank this Sunday. Brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. 15 locations in Jacksonville, by the way. Dreamfinders Homes are terrific, and they offer a one-time first-year rate of 2.99%. But after that, it's very, very doable. And you may not think you can afford a home. Go to dreamfindershomes.com and see if you can, and they will help you navigate your purchase. Most likely thing to happen Sunday at TrEverBank Field, Jeff. Jags get 5 sacks. Jags scored 25+. Defense gets 3 turnovers or pours rain again. I have lived here since 1986.
Well, that's true.
It's the worst it's ever been.
I think
weather-wise. I've never seen anything like this rain,
We're going to get pretty soon, like, Chief and the boys and girls are going to start throwing those facts at you. We are going to reach a point where, for the first time in history, it's rained 38 days in a row, whatever it is.
Can we get some sunshine?
So, yeah, I think I'm going to keep it to football, and I think 25 points is
really against that defense.
Yeah, last year, what'd they get?
Yeah.
27?
Yeah. Well, yeah, good point. E, what do you think? 5 sacks, 25+, 3 turnovers, pours rain again.
Like Jeff, I'm going to keep it football.
Okay.
I'm going to go with defense gets 3 turnovers.
Googans are not in the mood for football right now. Pours rain again, 59%.
Yeah, fair. That's the only sure bet down at the stadium this week. That's fair.
I mean, my gosh. Football-wise, you guys both hit it 25+, 30.9. Only 6.85 sacks, and defense turnovers 3.4. So
I went with the turnovers.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're in the minority.
Yeah, the bad weather. I'm thinking we're going to get some turnovers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, because we know it's going to rain. 473 votes. You can vote at Dan Hicken on Twitter. He'll post it as well on the social media channels. It's brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. And again, dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you, and you'll be glad you did.
Yeah, Caro syrup is just corn syrup. That's the brand name. Caro is the manufacturer, so corn syrup, it must be really good for you. Let's come back with the 10-minute drill with some of the other headlines from the sports world. You are locked in here on a GFL Friday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Injuries are a problem for the Cleveland Browns. Now, we know Tyson Campbell's not going to play, but gosh, Myles Garrett showed up on Thursday's injury report. So did Zadarius Smith. The Browns are a bit beat up after week one. And then the other question you have to ask yourself, because they're beat up on the offensive line, can they protect for Deshaun Watson? They could not against Dallas. Now, we'll see what happens. Left tackle James Hudson III, Wyatt Teller, Joel Bitonio, you know those names, and they said it was on them. We'll see how they play against Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker, who combined for 27.5 sacks one season ago. And that's your Duval Minutes, brought to you by Lift Power. Summer may be ending, but the job market at Lift Power is not. We are on the lookout for experienced lift truck and knock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Benefits, 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. I just told you why. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. You know what that says? That says stability. That says family owned and operated, and we want you to be part of this family. Do not let this opportunity slip by. And listen, find out more information. Do it today at liftpower.com. All you got to do is go to Jacksonville-based liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's just the Jags and the NFL.
That's all I ever think about.
Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony bring you Jaguars Today.
Exactly.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studio.
Let's do this, shall we?
10 to noon on
1010XL.
Hey, John, my dad, Randy Marion's gone absolute Cadillac crazy. You won't believe our Escalade lineup.
Well, how crazy we talking, Jennifer?
Buckle up, folks. We've got over 35 Cadillac Escalades.
35 Escalades? That's luxury overload.
I'm talking fully loaded models, cutting-edge tech, and that signature Cadillac style.
And the deals are even more luxurious. $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Plus 5% off MSRP on retired courtesy vehicles. Head to Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 MNP and resist all.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. I'm Hicken here for my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for a long time, more than 20 years, and he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of medicine, and I'm going with him. You better believe it. You need an appointment when you go to a regular doctor. Next appointment's what, 2 months away? Not with Doc T. He'll get you in right away, that day. Medical emergency? Here's Doc T's personal phone number. He gets right back to you 7 days a week. Nothing like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as doctors, physicians, Rick Townsend is one of the best. Navy trained, graduating from Wake Forest. Doc T's been a fixture in our community for, well, forever. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, or hospital follow-ups, you name it, Doc T's got you covered. Find out how you can take away your health worries at mypvconcierge.com. That's mypvconcierge.com.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. The seasons are shifting, but we're not done with the summer heat just yet. And you better believe your AC is still working hard. So do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services and stay stress-free with a seasonal tune-up. Don't wait until the wear and tear of the summer heat causes major issues. Book your tune-up with Fenwick's expert technicians to avoid those costly breakdowns. You can trust Fenwick to get your AC running again and get it done right the first time. Book online at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Zebra. Zebra is back by overwhelming demand. Saturday night, September 14th, live at the Florida Theater in Jacksonville, performing songs from all 5 Zebra albums. Zebra. Get tickets now before they're gone at floridatheater.com. Zebra with all original members. Saturday night, September 14th. Tickets on sale now. Don't miss Zebra.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods, and I'm proud to say that Underwoods is the longest-standing member of the American Gym Society in the state of Florida. That's important because the American Gym Society promotes professionalism inside the business, and most important because of how it protects the customer. Gemstones are like most things, and you have to have the knowledge about them before you can tell the truth about them. That's where the American Gym Society fits in. They're the organization that certifies gemologists and registered jewelers and certifies sales associates with professional titles. Then, to ensure that we stay up to date with these gemological advances, we re-win our titles by passing a written test every year. And now I'm proud to say Underwoods has the largest credentialed American Gem Society staff east of the Mississippi River. So if you're interested in diamonds and jewelry and want real professional help, stop by Underwoods.
Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
You already know it's your boy E to the T, and winning season is back. Football is back, and my bookie is here, baby, to make sure you're ready to cash in on all the action. This season, my bookie is pulling out all the stops with incredible promotions like weekly risk-free boost on Thursdays, where you can bet without a sweat. If your bet hits, you win big. If it doesn't, forget about it. My bookie will refund you your wages, but that's just the beginning. My bookie is giving away hundreds of thousands in prizes with their Super Survivor and their Square contest. Get your entries in now for your shot to win huge cash rewards. For a limited time, they're bringing back the double deposit bonus. When you're ready to get started, use my promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus that doubles your money. Double your cash, my boy, with that promo code 1010XL before you place every bet. And now loyalty pays off. With my bookie, the more you play, the more you win. It's simple. My bookie is the lock of the century. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and make this season your winning season. Come on, somebody.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
All right. We got sports concept rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, they're salivating. They're hoping that they can put on that lid one more time. Do you have that or no? Are we something else?
I got one
What's
more.
the razzle-dazzle today?
I got one more of those lids. If you're streaming us on Facebook, Twitter, or X, I should say, and or however you want to stream us, you'll see that I got this Jaguars throwback hat. And you're going to get this one right here. Got Duval County on the side. It's a nice little, you care about that razzle-dazzle.
You do.
All you got to do is hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill.
I have one of those. I almost wore it today.
That would have been nice.
And I didn't think it matched. You got to wear the right color if you wear that teal.
You're right.
I can't go, I've got like some sort of grayish olive, ain't gonna work.
Juan Soto had a nice little walk-off again 2 nights in a row now.
Yankees are hot. They got, they survived their little cold snap. Looks like they're gonna win the East. The Orioles just still, it's too early to say it. Do the Yankees and Orioles play down the stretch? I need I need a Yankees-Orioles series. That sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is it 2.5 now they're up to?
Yeah. Well, did the O's lose last night?
I don't know. I
don't think
I have no idea. I just know the Yankees have been, it seems relatively hot. I don't have it in front of me. I'd say they won 7 to 10
very
at least.
quietly, Juan Soto's 39-101. Guy walks like a maniac. 118 walks. His on base percentage is .418. It's like when I rattle these numbers off, Murph gets excited about it. So that's why I know they're really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Slugging 577. OPS is almost 1,000. He's just had a terrific.
Well, that's
terrific season.
They could have a special year if Stanton stays healthy. And I'm not saying he's the key to the offense at all. I'm not. But when he's healthy, that's a really tough 1, 2, 3 to go through.
Yes.
I mean, those guys, those three. I will say this. Is there a harder hitting back-to-back-to-back? In other words, take back-to-back-to-back hitters in Major League Baseball this year, add their 3 hardest hit balls, 118 mile an hour or whatever, and I bet you those 3, if you take the fastest, of exit velocity of all 3 of those, it would probably match.
And the Yankees have had guys like that throughout the years. For me, my lineup, and I go back to our greatest team ever, the '86 Mets, and it wasn't near that good, but it was, it was Hernandez, Strawberry, and Carter, and that was a tough 3 to get in terms of you're not getting all 3 of those guys out when you journey through that lineup 4 times a game.
That's right.
And
it's what's killing the Braves right now because they have that aspect of their lineup now, and it's missing. You
love to have that in your lineup, and the Yankees have it.
And I do know this, that long baseball season is a series of highs and lows. You try and keep your lows as high as you can, and you go through. You're going to have your hot streaks and your cold snaps, right?
They do have 3 with Baltimore left at Yankee Stadium, the second to last series.
All right, good. That's the same time the Braves and Mets are playing, so New York's eyes will be open that week for sure. The Yankees are doing this right now, too, with Judge on a drought.
Big drought.
16 games without a home run. Didn't you tell me Alonso's gone a while without a homer?
Well,
no.
Yes.
Like 10 games? Or
he's always all year. He's got 30 homers.
Okay, well, I was going to say Marcel Ozuna, who is just, I'll carry him off in a caravan. I mean, I've got no complaints, but he's on like a 21-game homerless streak.
Ooh.
Which, when you're the only guy hitting homers, it's especially more noticeable. Mets start a 3-gamer with the Phillies tonight. Braves start a 4-gamer. With the Los Angeles Dodgers at home. I'm not happy. You know how when a draft pick busts for character reasons, we condemn the scouting staff of not doing their homework and their research. You ought to have a better idea into what kind of competitor you're locking up here. Apparently the Twins don't do much of that.
No, that was...
This is terrible. This guy ought to be taken out back and slapped around a little bit before they kick his ass onto the bus and tell him never, ever, ever, ever come back to a ball field of any kind.
Well, they cut him.
Minnesota Twins have released a relatively high draft pick, minor league catcher Derek Bender, after he told opposing hitters the pitches that were coming. This happened during at-bats at a game last week that eliminated his team from playoff contention. He's a 6th-round draft pick out of Coastal Carolina. He's a rookie playing in Fort Myers, a single-A squad. In the second game of a September 6th doubleheader, Bender told multiple hitters for Lakeland, a Detroit farm team, the specific pitches being thrown by starter Ross Dunn. Lakeland scored 4 in the second. They won the game. They clinched. They eliminated the Muscles from playoff contention. And then after the game, the Lakeland coaches went to the Fort Myers coach and said, hey, man, you got a problem. Your catcher's telling our guys what's coming.
Yeah.
Here's what's weird. Tipping the pitches even surprised the Lakeland players. There were no indications of wrongdoing, other than that. Bender had told teammates he wanted the season to be over.
Jeez.
So a cut. He does get to keep that $297,000 guaranteed slotted bonus that he got.
Take your money and get out of here.
Get out of here. You're never playing again. You are the worst of the worst, dude.
That does not get you a spot on another team
ever.
Yeah.
You're blackballed forever. Yeah. Put this name up on every computer that's ever been listed. You are a trash professional. Trash. Bottom barrel. Bad as they come. Incredible. It's incredible. It's professional baseball. You got a roster of other players that are giving their all out, and you're just a weak little beta boy, man. Golly.
Normally this is good news. I'm not sure it is as we get ready for Florida tomorrow in the Swamp in Texas A&M. Normally when the opposition's quarterback is on the pops up on the injury report and you think, well, he may not play. and he doesn't play, that's good because the starter is usually the starter for a reason. And they raved about this Connor Wegman kid all
it was like I saw some SEC like top 3 in the SEC going into the year.
We'll have to ask Denny what's going on, but he's only thrown for like 225 yards so far this year in 2 games. He was not good against Notre Dame at all. Anyway, he pops up on the injury report as questionable on Thursday. And so you think, okay, well, he may not play. Aggies may turn to redshirt junior Jalen Henderson. I don't know who that is. But how many times have you heard the story? Some kid steps in for the guy and has a great game.
Right.
And, and you sit there and you go, oh, son of a gun. And so who knows? But we'll see if he's able to go. He won't be 100% if he's questionable. Yeah, he's only thrown for 225, 2 touchdowns.
Well,
and
to
2
your
picks.
original point, maybe we want him to play.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I would second. Who was the backup again? Did you just mention?
Jalen Henderson. I don't know him.
His
He's
story.
a redshirt junior.
Actually, I guess you'd rather have Jalen Henderson starting in the swamp.
Yeah.
But either way, Wegman has not been good. This is a winnable game for Billy Napier. You would think Texas A&M lost at home to a Notre Dame team that I don't want to make too much of their loss either. It's so early. You don't know exactly what that represents maybe sometimes, but it's certainly a winnable game at home. You got to win your games at home.
Yeah.
You got to win your games at home.
Jalen Henderson had an operation on his non-throwing arm after suffering an injury in the TaxAct Texas Bowl last year. On his first play of the game, he threw an 11-yard pass, and he got hurt and had surgery. I think he's from L.A., Chaminade High School in Los Angeles. He's a dual-threat guy, which is always scary. I'd rather not the dual-threat guy play. So anyway, we'll see. But, yeah, Jalen Henderson would be the guy, I guess, taking Connor Wegman's place. So we shall see. We shall see. Florida. A&M's missing a couple guys, though, which
I said this earlier, Dan. Thank goodness for local rooting interest because nationally it's a dog day on the college football schedule. It'd be the last one this year where
but Nole fans will be happy to see their team
at noon,
in action,
and then you got and even Gator fan would rather watch. Listen, it's peculiar to say that the Memphis FSU game tomorrow in Tallahassee features a matchup of one ranked team, and that one ranked team is Memphis, who is led by a former Bowls guy, right?
Yeah. Coach Silverfield.
Yeah, and Mike Norvell obviously came from Memphis, so there's some tie-ins there. I can't imagine. I think it'll turn to apathy pretty quick, actually. I think we've already reached the fevered pitch of Seminole fans' outcry against this season and Mike Norvell for whatever role he has in it. If they fall to 0, it's not like I think FSU fans are resigned to the fact that this is who we are.
Yeah.
Mike Norvell's going to be here next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. This is alarming, that it has gone this far south this quick. But I don't think anyone expects any outcome this year would mean that Mike Norvell's not the coach.
No,
that's what I mean.
Oh yeah,
so it's a little bit more. You're a little bit more despondent. Like I think you'll get apathetic real quick. All right, well this one's over. You better do better next year. That changes if you win this week. Refocus.
I said this earlier, and it's proven to be true. The biggest joy Florida and Florida State fans can get, and this is why it's a decent Saturday for us, is watching the other team possibly lose. Because our teams lose.
And the charm of that is disappearing because neither one are any good.
Yeah. And so even like, you got to be a brash Gator fan, though, if you're on social media hammering the Noles if they're losing to Memphis tomorrow, knowing you got a game at 3:30 and they're going to turn around and do the same thing. So we'll see. It's both programs need victories. And quite frankly, if you were a betting man, FSU has a better chance of winning than Florida. FSU's favored at home by 6.5. Florida's an underdog at home by 3 or 4.
Well, and I think they have a better chance of winning.
Yeah.
I think Florida's losing this weekend, Dan, until Billy Napier shows me something to make me believe.
I agree. The NFL is a marketing genius. The NFL is a multi-billion-dollar industry that does a lot of things correctly, and then they botch a few things. And when they botch, it's very noticeable. And what they have botched is this stupid kickoff.
Yeah, it didn't work.
It's dumb. And there's an easy fix.
Yeah, give them they get it at the 40 if it's a touchback.
Or move the kicker back further. Yeah. If you want to return and you want more points and you want them to return the football, move the kick. The kickers are too good. They kick it from the 35, and it's not worth having the play and risking injury. And so while others will say, well, just outlaw it, they won't outlaw it because that would take away spots on a team, and the NFLPA would never go for
I think
that.
they just need to make the touchback more penal. Put it at the 45-yard line, and ain't nobody kicking into that end zone anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one of the outcomes puts it at the 40 as it is now. If you don't make it to the landing zone. How about,
yes.
Or to your point, back to kickoffs, back to the 20.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys kick it 60 yards, 70 yards in the air, no problem, and let them line. I don't know. It seems like we've made an issue where there wasn't one. Just put the kickoffs like they've been forever.
Yeah. Or get rid of them.
Either way.
And they're not going to. But anyway, it's fizzled. It's officially fizzled. They got lucky with a kickoff return for a touchdown week 1. Last night, they just kick it through. It was like 5. It was like touchback, and then Al Michaels sunk his teeth into
about
it.
6 in a row they did.
4 for 4. 5 for 5. 6 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah, and we knew that was going to come. Why am I going to risk?
Right.
Why am I going to risk injury, big play? No, because guys are popping it. If you kick it to them, and they're getting it out past the 30 regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a Shazam spotlight here. I bring it up because it involves your baseball team. Okay. So I thought you would like this.
I love it.
The Shazam spotlight brought to you by the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Take that short drive, truck guy. The Mets have 8 wins in September.
Okay.
It's only Friday the 13th. You got 8 wins in September. The White Sox have 6 wins since the All-Star break. Chicago's now 81 games under 500, 33 and 114.
33.
140. They got 15 games left.
And they're not.
They got to get to 40.
The
yeah, they're going to smash it. They're going to win about 36 games. They're going to go 36 and 126.
Probably be happy if they got to 36.
It's just unbelievable how you can be that bad. I mean, honestly, I like I said before.
Jeff, they were 27 and 72 at the All-Star break.
Yeah,
they've gone 33 wins.
They've gone 3 and 40.
Wins.
The 6 and 40.
42.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could take who won this year's? Did Tennessee win? Who won the World Series this year?
Tennessee.
You could take Tennessee and let them play 50 games, and they will not go 6 and 44. I believe that.
Yeah.
You could let the Tennessee Volunteers, because baseball's a sport where they'll have a pitcher who can do something. They'll get some hits.
Yeah.
They're not going to win much. They're going to be bad like that. You could take the Jumbo Shrimp could go play that stretch.
It's amazing. They have the Oakland A's for 3. Then they go to the Angels, so they'll have some chances. Then they got at the Pod Squad. Then they got the Angels again, and then they wrap with the Tigers. So they have 9 games left against Oakland and Los Angeles. Now, if they could win, I don't know, 3 games in there, get to 36, and win 3 more of this last 6, and get to 39. 39 seems to me to be about the best they're going to do. By the way, they've lost.
Nothing says they'll get there either.
They've played relatively better baseball, and they've gone 2 and 5 in their last 7.
On a real
and
hot
before
streak.
that, and by the way, before that, they had lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in a row.
Well, the streak was 20-something, right? 22, 23?
21.
They never broke the record, though.
They tied it, I think.
Yeah.
But they have 3 streaks of 12, at least 12.
It's embarrassing, really.
Oh, it's beyond.
All right, let's take a break. That's 10-minute drill.
Oh, yeah.
Got some razzle and some dazzle in the form of a Jaguar cap.
641-1010. Tell them what they're going to win, and you better come kind, courteous, and correct.
If you're streaming us on X, Facebook, or YouTube, you'll see I'm holding up this Jaguars throwback hat. This nice flat brim. This is going to be this very hat right here. And it can be yours to rock to the game this Sunday as we take on the Cleveland Browns at TrEverBank Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holla at your boy, 904-641-1010.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction, a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his guys from here, taking care of people who live here, taking care of the Hickens numerous times, taking care of son of Hickens numerous times. We love Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. Why? Because They're fast, they're friendly, they're affordable, they're clean, they do it all. Their family, I like to say, gives your family a better living experience. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. Here's the deal. You got a construction need at your house. You need to take no job too big, no job too small. You need to take care of something? You call him. You got a remodel idea? Call Shane. He'll call you back. It's real easy. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the 4th annual Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 4th through 6th at Timuquana Country Club. Get your tickets now, starting at just $25 for grounds passes. And if you're a country music fan, grab your tickets to see Brothers Osborne at Daly's Place Tuesday, October 1st for the Furyk Foundation concert sponsored by Ring Power. Learn everything you need to know at ConstellationFurykandFriends.com.
Are you an experienced plumber or welder with MedGas certification and you're tired of being undervalued? It's time to make the move to Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. With the best pay in the business, you'll earn $36.50 an hour with benefits that's almost $50. It's not just a job, it's a career that values you. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer. Pregame Friday is brought to you by MyBookie and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free. No credit cards, no car loan, no personal loan. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make it happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value is way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards and more. Get some money for home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips. And approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com. Take that cash that you're living in and put it to use. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go the distance.
On 1010XL.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Big Sir's here. My cigars are back in stock at Island Girl Gate Parkway. Buy a box and I will autograph it for you. Island Girl Gate Parkway is the place to enjoy a great cigar selection, a full bar, enjoy a daily happy hour from noon to 7 and all day Sunday. Enjoy college and NFL games from noon to 6. When you buy 5 cigars, you get 1 free. Plus, live music Friday and Saturday nights. For upcoming events, follow Island Girl Gate Parkway on Instagram and Facebook at islandgirl.gateparkway.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey everyone, it's football season and we wanted to go to the drawing board to make this year's predictions. Let's compare our two blonde all-stars. Most touchdowns, best pricing in the market. Most passing yards, gives the most for your trade. Most receptions, free oil changes with every purchase. Super Bowl champion, wow customer service. This looks like a winning season for everyone. Come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville where you can score big all season long.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar OC Press Taylor voiced the goals of the offense as they prepare to face off against the Cleveland Browns.
You got to find a way to start fast, stay consistent throughout, and then finish strong, and that's just something we got to continue to improve upon.
Quarterback Trevor Lawrence knows he's facing a formidable unit in the Browns defense.
They present a lot of challenges, obviously, just two edge guys they have, Myles Garrett, Darius Smith. I mean, both those guys are great players.
JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Browns this Sunday. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit jtafla.com. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, it's home opener time, and we ain't starting 0-2. No way. We let Miami slip out of our hands. Now we're back home, gotta make a stand. Must beat the Browns. Browns, 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 Browns. I'll tell you once more, we got a pass to score and beat the Browns.
Touchdown, Jaguars. He dove into the end zone.
We want to stay up with the AFC. It's got to start with the victory. Must beat the Browns. Browns, 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 Browns. Take it easy. I'll tell you once more, we should punt on down 4 and beat the Browns. Must beat the Browns. Kirk must beat the Browns. Lloyd must beat the Browns. Morse must beat the Browns. Dog pound is barking like a snake's in the grass. Time for the Jags to go and beat that ass. Lose to the Browns.
And Jacksonville has scored.
No, 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 no.
The clock ticks down.
I'll tell you once more, no massages for 4 and beat the Browns. Did I just say that? I sure did. Hey, everything goes. It's the home opener. It's time to get pumped. Bring it on, Cleveland. You're going down. Boom.
How?
Beat the Browns.
Well, reverse the mush. That's what we're doing. We've had some mush songs. It's coming hard. It's coming strong, guaranteed. If they're smart, they'll play between the third and fourth quarter. We'll get the whole stadium rocking. Ready to go. The Browns will look up quizzically. What the hell's going on here?
What is that?
Could you imagine like the visiting media? What do they do there in the third quarter?
Deshaun's face turns when he hears no massages for 4.
It wasn't even on key. What was that? Had a charm about it, though.
Josh Pate says Lane Kiffin would accept the Florida job in a heartbeat if offered.
I think he would too.
Walk there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Josh Pate.
Who's he?
Josh Pate is
that the guy I told you? Do you know who he is? Who does the SEC commentary kind of stuff? Yes. I believe that too. It's a pipe dream to think you wouldn't leave Ole Miss for Florida. Of course you would.
Yeah. So anyway, I know that
I would take it. So I mean, it's
and
the last.
He said, look, he goes, my Ole Miss friends get after me, and they say, well, what are you talking about? And he goes, because you can win at Florida consistently. You can win national championships at Florida. They think they can at Ole Miss, but
they can't.
Not consistently.
Forget consistently, Dan. They can't. Mm-hmm. You'll never have enough. You're not big enough. You don't have enough facilities. You don't have a big enough stadium. You don't have enough year in, year out consistency. If they look, they didn't do it. Freeze was fantastic. They didn't come close. They didn't even win the SEC. Too tough a league. It's too small. It's too big a fight. You can have great years. You can be a great program, be a top 5 program. And look, never say never. I don't see Ole Miss running the gauntlet of a 12-team playoff in my lifetime.
There was a lot of...
I'm sorry, Keith. I love you.
There was a lot of... there's been a lot of positive discussion about Caleb Williams. You know, people have been raving
leading into the season.
Getting drafted, how he played, training camp, what he's done. And then he was probably the worst quarterback in the NFL.
He was bad. Now, he gets a bit of a pass because he's a rookie. Will Levis, Kirk Cousins.
Game, man. Yeah. But he under 100 yards, 29 attempts.
Terrible, yeah.
Oh, Greg Cosell, who we friend of the program.
Cauldron of Fire.
We respect because of his terms. Said he showed up at USC. It showed up at USC. It showed up in preseason. It showed up in week 1. He needs to really get an innate understanding of the pocket. And that's his...
Cosell's always been a pocket guy, too.
Yeah, well, that's his criticism.
He doesn't mess around either, by the way.
No.
Cosell is not, he last time we had him on, he wasn't big on Trevor.
No.
And his start. He's very particular about what he wants to see in there. Not that he's the ultimate expert, but yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Meantime, speaking of quarterbacks, of course, this morning, there's a college note. This is not surprising and unbelievable, though, and that is, you got to feel for this kid. Cam Rising is hurt again.
Good grief, the Utah quarterback.
He got like an infection in his hand. And so
I remember when they tried to tell me Cam Rising was going to be playing this week against the Gators. He's played already since.
Yeah. Unlikely to play against Utah State. He may be out for a while. And they're already talking about, well, can he get an 8th year? Well, shoot, the Miami tight end got 9. So he's in street clothes, throwing hand injury. If Rising is healthy, the Utes can beat anybody, win a Big 12 title, get in the college football playoff. If not, well...
Who is it, the backup that played against Florida still there?
I don't know.
He seemed like a younger, more athletic quarterback. He may have transferred somewhere to get some...
Seventh year quarterback.
Yeah, he should be out anyway. Like that joker for Miami who scored against Florida. You ought to be embarrassing yourself. If you're in college for the 9th year, then just
if you're Cam Rising,
yourself.
I'm sure you're making money. Why not?
Yeah, because you're 7 years in. Sorry.
Oh, what?
You don't get to keep playing. Someone else's turn. Cam started playing in college. There's a little 6th grader that's in his locker room this year. Seriously, think about it. When Cam Rising showed up at Utah, there was a 6th grader who's now his teammate.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, then there was a 4th grader when the Miami kids
even worse.
started playing.
Yesterday's what in the hockey sticks are you talking about comment, though, comes from Cincinnati and the Bengals.
Okay.
You don't get away with this, buddy. I'm
All right.
sorry. I know you're the best ever. I've been listening to you this offseason, and you've taken the diva pill, and, buddy, about OD'd on it. You're Jamar Chase, who spent all offseason. I don't care what it is. I'm making more than Jefferson. I'm better than him. Okay, buddy. Sure you are. How about this one yesterday? The Bengals getting ready to play the Chiefs, and apparently Jamar Chase had a fever dream that he plays for Kansas City, I suppose, because this is what he said yesterday.
Okay.
Asked if the team still believes that, they're one of the top contenders. Everybody knows that, bro. It's not if. We are the team to beat in the AFC, and we know it. We got to play like it, too. You're the team to beat in the AFC. Well, congratulations. You're going to get beat. You got beat last week. Probably get beat this week. You will be a team to beat in the AFC, Jamar. But what planet you've visited us from where Kansas City isn't the team to beat in the AFC is a planet I've not yet come in contact with. I mean, you just lost at home to a pitiful football team. The real team to beat the Ravens in week 1. So, the Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. For you to say that you are the team to beat in the AFC is beyond confident. It's ludicrous. Do you want to take this phone call? Do you have him suspended for any reason?
No, I'd love to talk to Charlton.
Okay.
I'd love to talk to Charlton. As we do, we'll let you know that, of course, we've talked a lot about the injury reports with college football, and Trey Wilson is questionable to doubtful
I don't
to
know
play.
where'd that come from.
Doesn't look like he's going to play. So
awesome.
Which is
we're overflowing with weapons.
Yeah. Morning, Charlton K. Gainey.
Good morning.
Day for Boardingham.
Gentlemen.
How are you, friend?
By the way,
who do you rock with this weekend? Is it Kent?
We got Kent State before we go to Norman.
Should I lay the 49 this week?
I told you to lay the points every week, and you passed up wins. But I don't think it's going to be. I think it's probably going to be 60-something to 7 or 10, something like that. Maybe. But and if you're in school for 9 years, don't you have a doctorate degree by now, or something like that?
It's a fair question. Is what classes do you take? Because you got to be out of electives.
The reason I call is I need to know something from you guys, because I can remember back when Lane coached Tennessee, you guys gave him a rash of what.
I don't remember that.
Well, hold on now. That's I can answer. Whoa! I can answer that.
Now, Jeff.
Oh my God, man! He won't be quiet, Dan. Look, I need to put him on hold. I have his answer. I thought he was asking a question, or was it more of a statement? Here's the answer to the question. And you're smarter than this, 10, man. If you're gonna rib, you got to come better, man. You know that Lane Kiffin today at Ole Miss is not the Lane Kiffin you had at Tennessee. Surely you know that.
Well, he was a good coach when he got to Tennessee.
Was he? He got fired on a tarmac when he left USC. 10. He was a good coach. How's he leaving Ole Miss? Hey, is he going to get fired in Starkville one Saturday evening, or is somebody going to pay him $1 zillion for a triumphant entrance? Come on, man.
If he'd stayed at Tennessee and done what he's done, he would have been much better off.
Yeah, but he would have done that. He wasn't ready. Is the point? It's not Tennessee's fault. I mean, he wasn't ready. He acted.
You know
the
what
fool.
the thing is about Lane, and by the way,
Saban helped him.
Lane has always been a barb trader, right? Like he's always going to take shots, but he was doing it without the resume previously. Now he's at least got some.
He had his moments then, though, 10. I don't think he was terrible. Coach, it was his personality that rubbed Gator fans wrong. We're winning titles, and this big mouth's up there talking like he's king.
You know
that's all. You get it.
Hey, listen. The most successful, a lot of the successful coaches got some a-hole in them, but if you're our a-hole, it's different.
Some of our successful callers as well. Thank you, 10. Appreciate you. Let's come back with the quarterback whisperer. You're listening to The Drill on a GFL Friday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day. Join hacker Leon and Coach Campo for the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter.
From Island Girls Cigar Bar on Gate Parkway.
Brought to you by Von Rowan Lawn on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, I mean it. That's how you'll be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out exactly what we're talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And I got my boy Blue. But if you want a car, you want a truck like me, an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, still no problem. MooreChevy.com. That's MooreChevy.com. More with an E. Easy to navigate as any site you try. All the vehicles, sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. I can't say enough good things about George Moore Chevrolet and George Moore Chevrolet together. Let's drive.
Tyson Sound and Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security, hiring a master electrician with residential experience, offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply, 762-1000.
Equal opportunity employer.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Think you can't afford to buy a home? Think again. Lennar offers a range of new homes at affordable prices with a simple and hassle-free buying experience. Every home comes with our Everything's Included package, which means you get premium features and upgrades at no extra cost. For a limited time, enjoy rates as low as 3.99% and no closing costs on select homes when you finance through Lennar Mortgage. Call us at 904-917-2372 to find your dream home today. Lennar, the home for you.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
Get the latest on the Gators from one of the greatest Gators.
Touchdown, Gators!
Chris Doring joins Dan and Jeff on the Drill Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Go Gators!
Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Here's Ben and John Lupo, owners of Beards Diamonds.
What's funny, my dad has sold people engagement rings, and now I'm selling their kids engagement rings and anniversary gifts and birthday gifts.
We're blessed with the relationships we've built over the years.
Check out our full inventory at beardsdiamonds.com.
Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and doors. Plus, zero down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
This season, check out our revamped website at southernsteerbutcher.com. Click on the Promotions tab and our Jacksonville weekly grilling specials will hit you in the face like a hot route over the middle.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
You already know it's your boy E to the T, and winning season is back. Football is back, and my bookie is here, baby, to make sure you're ready to cash in on all the action. This season, my bookie is pulling out all the stops with incredible promotions like weekly risk-free boost on Thursdays. If your bet hits, you win big. If it doesn't, forget about it. My bookie will refund you your wager, but that's just the beginning. My bookie is giving away hundreds of thousands in prizes with their Super Survivor and their Square contest. Get your entries in now for your shot to win huge cash rewards. For a limited time, they're bringing back the double deposit bonus. When you're ready to get started, use my promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus that doubles your money. You heard that right. Double your cash, my boy, with that promo code 1010XL, and now loyalty pays off. With my bookie, the more you play, the more you win. It's simple. My bookie is the lock of the century. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and make this season your winning season.
Come on, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. Florida head coach Billy Napier wants his team to recognize the level of competition Texas A&M presents.
We know the level of competition, the caliber of talent, height, length, and speed of the players. I do think that we have practice with better fundamentals.
Week 4 of high school football will see undefeated Mandarin and Bradford clash in Stark. Bowles will take on undefeated Bishop Kenny this evening. At 7, you can hear the game live on 1010 XL AM. Jacksonville University will play a part in Florida-Georgia Week by playing the University of Florida in an exhibition baseball game on November 1st at 1-1 Financial Ballpark. The day before, the Gators will face the Bulldogs in football at TrEverBank Stadium. The two teams have played on the eve of the football game 4 times since 2019. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 8:03 and it's 76 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
All right, the quarterback whisperer is in the house. Denny Thompson's always good to catch up with him. And there's so much, gosh, it's so weird. Quarterback play. It's like I say, there's Mahomes and everybody else, and college, and I'll start with one of your guys who makes one of the great throws in the history of the NFL, Anthony Richardson. But he has good moments and bad moments. And people forget this is a guy who
played less than Caleb Williams this year's one pick.
You got to let him play. You got to let him play.
16 starts in his life.
That's what I'm saying. College, pro. You got to let him play.
And the Colts knew this.
Yes.
Yeah, they knew that.
Yeah.
But when we say 16 starts, you know that includes high school.
Yes,
correct.
Like that's I didn't even realize it.
It's a real testament to what they think his athletic ceiling can be. What did he do good and bad? We didn't watch all the game.
I thought he had a really good game. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was obviously a couple throws here and there that.
How do you fix the easy misses? It drives people crazy.
Well,
how do they miss and I'm not saying this like derogatory, but
no.
You got a guy on a crossing route and he's wide open.
There's a science behind that. Like a guy like Anthony, that throw that everybody's just wild about is in his wheelhouse,
right?
Because it's full speed. Mm-hmm. And he gets to put all of his power and all of his might into that, and that sequences him up, and he can throw that ball perfectly every time. But then when you have to pull all that back and be accurate because it's only 10 yards, that's hard for some guys because their engine is so big.
And I hate to make all my comparisons golf metaphors, but it's kind of like it's true. It's like you can get on the tee and you can hit it 310 yards. You got a 14-yard chip here. You decel and the ball didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and I think that does come with reps. It's not like he's missing by a ton. It's not like some of the quarterbacks we've seen in the past where it looks ugly. It's not that, right? It's just learning to play the game. But my gosh, I mean, has there ever been a guy with a higher ceiling?
They showed. I saw yesterday. I think it was yesterday on social media. I don't know if you guys saw it. They had a tight shot of Anthony when he was at College Station playing A&M. Okay. And they followed him. His camera followed him. And I mean, it was his 80-yard run around end. That head didn't move.
Yeah.
I mean, he is so beautiful to watch. It
was like a thoroughbred.
I'm telling you, bro, he came around. He's running right towards you effortlessly. And think about, you guys remember that run?
Yeah.
He was flying down, but it was like effortless. It was a thing to behold. If you just watch that play, you'd be like,
I get to see it up close every day.
It's unbelievable.
And we don't say this lightly, but he is literally one of one.
Yes.
He
is a specimen and maybe the best athlete in the world.
To be successful in the NFL, that accuracy is going to have to improve,
and I think
it will. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a
now, accuracy was never really...
Did with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
With Josh Allen.
That's right.
Another big engine guy.
100%.
Yeah, Josh Allen was...
and he's still... Josh Allen rookie year is where he is on his chain, and maybe even less because he has less college experience.
Josh Allen was like 50%.
Hey, by the way, I love Anthony. There's a lot of things combining here. As a Jag fan, don't need Anthony Richardson being great.
Right.
Now, look, you're another high-profile client of yours, and certainly a lot of eyes on Caleb Williams this weekend. Accuracy is not known as a bugaboo for him. We're hearing people, in this case, it was at Cosell, Dan, talking about the pocket, and just got to be a little bit more mindful of exactly what the pocket is. Were you surprised, considering some of the preseason flashes we saw? Were you surprised that he struggled as much as he did? Less than 100 yards, less than 50% passing.
A little bit, yeah. I was more surprised just with how the offense looked. Even on the incompletions, like you looked at him, it's like, man, that guy's really covered up. And it's not an excuse for Caleb.
Right.
I just thought offensively they've got so many weapons. I thought that it would just look a little differently. But, again, they've had a lot of changes in there, and it's a long season. I think he figures it out. I literally have zero worries about Caleb.
I think Soldier Field is haunted by the ghosts of Red Grange. You can't throw the ball there.
I know.
No quarterback succeeds there.
The 4,000-yard stat is so wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Shane Matthews made a comment, Denny. He said that no quarterback in the history of Florida could make that one throw that DJ Lagway did.
Slide up in the pocket, right on.
I remember years ago talking to you about certain area quarterbacks, and I'd be like, well, why isn't Florida getting this guy? Why isn't Florida getting that guy? And you kept saying, well, they think they're going to get this kid Lagway. And I go, okay, so is he good? And you're like, yeah, he's really good. And, I mean, he's one of those anointed, kind of Trevor-esque, if you will, from Texas's version of Trevor, who they and, I mean, we all sat there, and I don't care who you're playing. We were like, wow. We had, Kyle Trask had a year. Other than that, Florida hasn't had a quarterback like that since, way back when, 08. You can go, I mean, and now this, Mertz and Lagway will both play. What do you make of that decision? And I saw enough of Lagway to sit there. I think you said you were famous for watching Trevor in high school and saying number one pick overall. I remember watching Jameis Winston on Labor Day night against Pitt in a half. It was like 17 or 20, and I said, I'm watching a first-round draft pick or the number one pick. I feel like that with Lagway. I feel like this guy is going to be an NFL player. It's a little early there. But
I don't know how you handle this because, I do think that
I have some suggestions.
Is a good quarterback, but I can't argue in any way, shape, or form with where the Florida Gators are right now.
Right.
As a team and as a program, they need excitement.
Yeah.
Number two provides that. DJ Lagway.
Yeah. There's also this, and we just keep leaving this out. He's better.
Well, I was getting there.
I know you were. Patience. That's not you. He's better right now.
Yeah, that's
right
the
now.
thing is he gives you a better chance to win.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to line up and win. You need something extra.
He spreads the field.
Yes, and that's not a knock against Mertz. Right. It's a knock against the other 99.9% of all the quarterbacks who can't do what guys like him can do.
Right.
I don't understand it. I disagree with it. I don't know.
But
that's
no
coach
upside.
Telling me that he has a better
team. There's no
team.
upside to Mertz playing.
That's just a coach that's telling us he has a better team than what we're all watching.
Well, I guess he believes that. But how about this? What if I go down this road? And I've had multiple people tell me this. Look, it's Mertz's team. I mean, he's done everything he's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. He's the captain. You're gonna just totally dump him after one game against Samford.
You're not dumping.
It's a tough business. I mean, that's the answer.
I get it.
The answer is you are in a business that people's job is to find somebody better than you to replace you. They did that.
Yeah,
they found somebody better than you, and I'm sorry.
It's easy. Listen. I don't like confrontation any more than the next guy. I don't like hurting people's feelings. I don't like having to tell somebody I have a lot of respect for.
I disagree with that.
I would have an easy time with this with Graham Mertz. Graham, buddy, he's better.
He knows.
We're going to go with him. He'd be fine. You're not taking his team and kicking him to the curb and
Sure you are, but that's
you lost the job. He's going to be counted on.
Wait.
Right.
Hold on. How are they doing that? How are you taking his team? He's still on the team.
Wow.
Like he's
he'll still be needed.
Come on, let's not be foolish here. You're not playing.
He's done nothing to own that team. I don't consider that Graham Mertz's team.
But let me
been there a half
You're
a minute.
not even there, Jeff.
What does that mean?
You can't sit there and just say something that flippant about the kid.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Oh, come on.
You sit here from this glass house.
I'm not in a glass house. There's no
sure
stones.
You are. He said, I don't even think this is his team. What has he done?
What does that mean?
He broke his Freaking collarbone for his team last year.
Here's whose team
Come
this
on.
is, though. This is easy, though, I think, moving forward.
And I'm not, listen, I'd go with Lagway, too.
Yeah, no.
But I'm just like, gee whiz.
In the offseason, yes.
Okay.
Did Graham Mertz, was he a leader? Yes. But at the end of the day, the leader is who's going to win football games. That's who's going to win the locker room. When those other 21 guys are running on the field going, we have a chance.
Yes.
That's who's going to win the locker room, and which one of those guys gives you. And that's not a knock on Mertz. I think Mertz is going to get a chance to play in the NFL, regardless of whether or not he plays the rest of the year.
I don't.
But I do. But on some level.
So does Billy, though. So you should be careful agreeing with Billy.
But DJ, for where you're at as a program right now, like you need help. You need plays. DJ can make.
And I would say we would all agree inevitably DJ is going to be the quarterback this year at some point.
Yeah, and can we also agree that he's going to make some stupid mistakes?
And can we also agree that college coaches on the regular get all in their feelings and their loyalty and leave the better player on the bench? They do it all the time. At the most important position, he did it with Felipe Franks and Kyle Trask. Yep. For 3 years we watched. He did it with Emory Jones and Anthony Richardson. Yep. That's all they do. Yep. And we're doing it again. Yep. We're going to try it out the much less explosive ceiling athlete and quarterback to keep the better player now, tomorrow, and forever on the bench.
I wonder if you went back and asked Heupel last year, should you have stuck with Milton or should you have gone ahead with Nico?
Yeah.
But they weren't 4-8. That's the difference. They could play.
I know that.
They could play Milton and go 9-3 and go to a nice bowl. And
I don't know, man. I just don't
Tennessee
know when
wanted
that works
to.
out.
Their fan base is not as, again, because they're not suffering like Florida.
Yeah, they just come off a really good year.
One of the things that allows you to be able to do this a little more easily is the fact these guys are getting paid. So you can't feel badly for the. I mean, you can, but I mean, you got $500,000.
That also
bucks or
works
whatever.
against you,
because
the minute that you make that change, there's a booster in your office going, "What the heck, dude? I just gave you how much ever money, because you told me this guy was gonna, and it's gone."
Yeah. What did you make of the Jags in the game on a Sunday in terms of the game plan? And if you're Trevor Lawrence, one of the things we've talked a little bit about this week is if you're Trevor Lawrence, and it's not because of the contract, but it is because of the contract in some respects, do you feel the need to go to coaches and go, look, guys, I mean, 21 throws ain't going to get it done. You're paying me all this money. Let's win or lose with me.
Yes.
1,000%. That was kind of what I was, because I'm throwing it pretty good in the first half, and then I don't throw again after.
You paid him enough to tell us that you think of him like Burrow,
a franchise guy. Yeah,
well, those guys don't stop throwing.
Right,
those guys just keep throwing. Like what? And you're built way more to throw the ball with your weapons than you are to run the ball. It is what it is. I don't understand that. I don't understand if Trevor's going to be considered a top half quarterback, then when it gets to the point where you got to have it, he's got to be the one to provide it.
Right.
And to your point, I don't feel like he's even been given that chance.
Now, they may say, well, what do you mean? With 4:22, we trotted you out there. We tried to run on first down. We got nothing. We threw on second and third, and you stepped into a sack, and then we got sacked on third down, and we had to punt. And we never got the ball back.
Yeah.
We did try to throw twice, and
listen, you should have thrown 20-something times in the second half. I mean, that's just the reality of this thing. Not 20-something times the whole game.
Yeah.
That is your franchise. And all we have heard about is this, how much money's in this receiver group.
Right.
Evan Ingram.
Right.
You've got ETN, who's great out of the backfield.
Yeah.
When you run the football, you are taking away a lot of your weapons. So a lot of the way your team is constructed. I am so interested in that game from this past week for so many different reasons. But
right.
The main one is, like, I'm in my group text talking about, y'all, are the Jags the best team in the NFL?
Right.
Like the first half.
Right.
And then one play.
They don't have that killer instinct. They've got to learn how to finish people off. They can't. They get to winning time. They did it all last year. They got to winning time last year in every game, and they don't win.
This goes all the way back to, y'all remember Philly a few years ago when the same thing?
Yeah, that was early in Peterson's first year.
Yeah, exact same thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's bizarre.
Hey, one other thing. If you're Mike Norvell, how long do you stick with DJ? And when do you – and I guess Brock Glenn's the next guy up, but you're seeing what Lagway's doing. You're seeing freshman kids. You're seeing Nebraska.
Yeah.
Do you sit there and wonder what your guy, Croman Huck?
Luke's good. Luke's a really good player.
Is he
I
ready?
believe he's the future. I mean, he's got the temperament.
He's young.
Yeah, he's got the temperament, though.
Yeah.
He could handle it. He's not an immature freshman. Not physically, not mentally. Smart kid.
He's a big kid, right?
Big kid.
Tall.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they need him, but to answer your question directly, their schedule sets up to where, like, I think I would actually stay with DJ and just make sure for the next game or two.
Okay.
But, yeah, if it's still not working at that point, I think you got to do something because even if you're not going to make the playoffs, you've established – we've talked about this. This year was so big for Florida State.
Right.
You got to save the year and save the momentum that you have as a program. You're not going to hit every single year in the portal unless you're Kirby Smart.
Clearly, they've missed in the portal this year. I mean, we've seen enough already to sit there and say, like, the running back from Alabama, Roydell Williams, 3.2 yards a carry, not impressive. You know, Marvin Jones Jr. has not done anything at that edge, and they raved about him all during the site.
But that's the great thing about the portal. If you can just keep it together where you're still attractive in the portal next year, in 1 year, you can turn that around.
I do wonder this. I was talking to Brooks, my younger son, and he had an interesting point about recruiting. And FSU's been bleeding a little bit, okay?
Yep.
And I said, well, why do you think they're bleeding? And he said, because kids don't want to go there because they know they're going to get replaced. They're going to lose their job to a portal kid.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
And if you're a high school kid, you know, do you think that at all? Like, oh, well, listen, because obviously Mike Norvell has made himself a name as a portal guy and has done a great job. But there's a flip side to that of why am I going to go there? What if I spend a year there and I'm ready to take over and all of a sudden this 22-year-old shows up and then I'm not playing
at
my
I mean,
spot?
That's a solid observation.
Because you just said earlier, you know, our job is to find someone better than you.
At all times.
At every position.
That's right.
So if you're bringing in a portal guy, especially when you're playing different positions, like, say, in the trenches, and I'm 19 and he's 22 and he's gone through, coaches will tell you, I'll take the 22-year-old.
Yeah, I think the reality of it is.
I wonder if that has an effect on the high school kids.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it does, but I don't know what you can do about it. Because I think the reality is it's going to be that way anywhere. And eventually you're going to be at a point in your career where you are that portal guy or you have that ability to be that portal guy, right? It's a cycle. It's interesting. My opinion on this is if I'm, say, a high 3-star, 4-star, I'll say quarterback because that's what I do. I'm not going to Florida or Alabama or any of the. I'm going to go Western Kentucky, Georgia Southern. Right away, off rip. And I'm going to get on the field in those type systems, and I am going to rip it up.
Stat it up.
Yep. And then 2 years later, Ohio State can come pay me a ton of money, and I'll walk in and still play. Like that, instead of going somewhere and always being worried about
you think that
the portal,
path is better.
Yeah, you're developing. Yeah, you're playing. Now, the elite guys are different.
Yeah, because you're that way you're more betting on yourself. If you're elite, they're going to pay you as a coming in anyway. Right. I get it. Yeah, that's a good point.
But to Brooks' point, I think you're seeing more of that because that is the reality of kind of where we're at. It's almost become single A, double A, triple A to the NFL.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Anything else, Pross?
No, where are we headed this weekend?
Oh, we're here. We're home.
Nice.
Hey.
We're home. Front row HD Stadium.
Yes. Nice stretch ahead, though. I go Athens next week, and then from Athens to Indy for Indy, Chicago. From there to Tuscaloosa for Georgia, Alabama.
Oof. You guys like Denny
that
loves
sucks.
Denny loves golf,
right?
And I've got this piece of video I want to show you guys. It's the beauty of baseball is the timelessness, right? We always love the timelessness. Like you could look 100 years ago and you see the same game. I've got this video of Bobby Jones at Pebble Beach in 1929.
Does it look the same?
Oh, it looks the same. It's great. Look at this. Look at this guy in the ocean. We'll go to break.
That's actually a
Thanks,
really
Denny.
cool picture. Yeah, man.
Have you seen it? Yeah. Watch him swing. We got video. Whack.
Oh.
And then we got all the fans there. This is The Drill. Thank you, Denny.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He's a master at recon. Ace Carline takes you behind enemy lines on 1010XL.
What's your position?
That's top secret.
Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway.
Hey, John, my dad, Randy Marion's gone absolute Cadillac crazy. You won't believe our Escalade lineup.
Well, how crazy we talking, Jennifer?
Buckle up, folks. We've got over 35 Cadillac Escalades.
35 Escalades? That's luxury overload.
I'm talking fully loaded models, cutting-edge tech, and that signature Cadillac style.
And the deals are even more luxurious. $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Plus 5% off MSRP on retired courtesy vehicles. Head to Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 MNP and resist all.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Mad Men Marketing, Jacksonville's original digital ad agency, is now able to get your ads placed on Amazon Prime Video. Their digital experts are some of the few digital marketers approved to insert on Amazon Prime Video. Call their digital consultants at 355-1766 to learn how you can use Amazon Prime Video to grow your business and increase sales. Mad Men Marketing. Interact. Don't interrupt.
Football season is here. Fantasy football season is here. And Underdog Fantasy is here to save the day. Oh, they make it so simple for you. Even I can figure it out. There are the statistical projections. Hey, you think Josh Allen's going to go over 264 passing yards? Well, you were wrong if you did. We'll chalk it up, move on to this weekend. It's that simple, but go to the Underdog Fantasy app or UnderdogFantasy.com, and you can see just how easy it is to navigate. Super fun to play, easy to get started. In fact, go to their easy-to-use mobile app or to UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with the promo code Prosser, and Underdog will give you a special to use on your first contest, plus a deposit offer. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Prosser. Claim your new customer offer of a mystery special, plus a first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Over 1 million fans got in the game with Underdog last year. I'm one of them. You compete against players in their Player v Player games, or see if you can beat the pack and become top dog. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org if you're concerned with your play.
Jags fans, a new EverBank performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the EverBank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the EverBank London Getaway Sweeps is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, EverBank N.A.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes
on 1010XL.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Caitlin Duggar at 770-4897.
Hey, it's Joe C. My friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can elevate your grilling experience with a durable, high-end grill from great brands like Coyote, DCS, Alfresco, and American Made, and make an outdoor kitchen custom-built to your taste and lifestyle. Visit their local showroom and see all the new displays at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3,
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
D.D. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing, because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Have a group trip or company function soon? Mark Watson here with Hardball Creative. Get busy ordering the t-shirts and other swag you'll need. It's easy with Hardball.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Friday 5-Pack. Brought to you by MyBookie on 1010XL.
There he is, the late, great Dave Brubeck and the Take 5 Quartet. Take the baseline for a walk, keep the cymbals splashy. It's a tradition as old as time. It's the Friday 5-Pack. Many shows pick games. We pick lines.
No one does that.
No one does.
So far this season through 2 weeks, Dan, so not so sterling, -4. 4 games under. Dan owes you $400.
I do. Each and every one of you.
We're all square. Me and you, Googans. We're all square. I'm at even. So with a
I'm 4 back.
Hardy 2. Not really, only 2 back. You're 4 under 500. So if you win, you'll be 3 under. If I lose, I'd be 1 under. And if you win, you'd be 2 under, and I would be 2 under.
So I'm -4 though.
You're -4.
You're even.
And I'm even.
You went 2 and 3 and 3 and 2.
That's correct.
I went 2 and 3 and 1 and 4.
Correct.
-4.
So -4 is only 2 games back. That's doing your win and your loss side. See?
I guess you get the honors then.
Do I? I don't have anything.
Here's a big question.
Okay.
Will Dan ever snatch the honors back this year?
I think so. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
I got a lot of games I like and nothing I really love. So let's hope that I land on some of that right thinking. Of the ones I like, I probably know least about this, but I like things that are good to me, Dan.
Okay.
I'm a sucker that way. If you're good to me, you scratch behind my ears and give me a back rub, I'm liable to take a fondness to you. And I rode those UNLV Rebels on the road at Houston earlier this year. They were an underdog. They won the game straight up 27-7. And I went against Kansas last week at Illinois. The Illini getting points 1 straight up. I think Kansas, wins the football game tonight in a Friday degenerate special. But I will take the UNLV running Rebs to go all Jerry Tarkanian on them and keep it within 9.5.
Huh?
So I'm going to take UNLV plus 9.5 just because I got to get some Friday action.
You got to get it. Got that little FDS in there. I like
Friday
it.
degenerate special. That's correct. And we're going UNLV plus 9.5.
I'm going to go into the I'm going to stay in the college game as well. I'm going to go to the Civil War. Man, that's a lot of points for Oregon team's been shaky. I don't think Oregon State's going to beat Oregon, but 16.5 points is what I saw last night. Jeff will check everything again.
I like that a lot.
But I like Oregon State plus 16.5 against Oregon.
Yeah, I think you can even.
I know
they might even be 17. Let's see. I will verify because I'm not on the exact same website that we use, but they're usually pretty close. I like what you're thinking there. I got you at 17 for now.
Even better.
I'll let you know.
Right.
I'm thinking the same thing with there's another aspect to this game beyond that point spread.
Mm-hmm.
This is a last chance for Oregon State and Washington State to say, bleep you, Oregon and Washington. I don't know where you guys get off thinking you're any different than us.
Right.
And so those two turned tail and ran for the billions of the Big Ten, and they literally have left Washington State and Oregon State with these slappies of Utah State and Fresno and those.
Mm-hmm.
Washington State goes to Washington. Only getting 5.5, but I'm going to ride that anger factor. I'm going to
look at us.
The same line. The same line of Oregon State and Oregon. So give me Washington State plus 5.5 at Washington.
Mm-hmm. Next one, I'm going to go another underdog. I like this one. It was a close game last year. They're angry. They want to beat them more than anything. I'm going to take Colorado State.
Yeah, I like that too.
They got plus 7 points.
Yeah,
against
Colorado sucks.
Colorado's not that good.
Yeah. I'm done on Deion. I'm done.
So
Every time Deion faces a real challenge, he falls flat on his face since the TCU game.
Yeah.
The first challenge, they passed with flying colors. And every chance they've had to show to prove where they are, they flame out magnificently, including last week at Nebraska, and they'll do the same. I would go a step further. I'd play Colorado State on the money line. Take the plus 7 to get extra money.
Oh.
I don't trust Deion and his style to be effective now after watching for a little over a year. We'll see. What'd you say, plus 7, though?
Yeah. I think you're mushing me a little bit here.
I don't know. I wasn't
nervous.
trying to. There's games I really like. I'm just going to stay away from, and I'm not going to be that guy FSU fan. I'm sorry, but I do think Memphis covers that 7. I'm staying off of it. I think it's going to be a big week for the Steel City, Dan.
Okay.
I think Pitt is going to beat West Virginia. They're getting a point. That's not the one I'm going to play. I don't like Bone. I saw what that Steelers defense did to Kirk Cousins and the Falcons offense on the road last week. This week, that Steelers defense goes and plays rookie quarterback Bo Nix and a Denver offense that probably doesn't have the pieces that Atlanta does. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to be bothered at all by that road field. And what a start it's going to be for the Steelers. 2 road wins.
Wow.
I'll take them minus 2.5 at Denver.
Okay. It's beating up on a couple rookie quarterbacks is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to go to the NFL as well then. I'm going to follow your lead. And
Follow me to
this
freedom.
is the opposite of scratching. I don't like people that scratch me behind the ears. They did me a solid. They gave me my only win a week ago, and I'm going against them this week.
Oh, boy. Wow, only win.
Hey, only win.
Only win. Get the hell out
I was
of here.
1-4 last week, and I'm going against America's team.
Okay, New
I think
Orleans.
the Saints are a decent team.
Saints scored like South Alabama type numbers.
Yeah,
last week.
I think the Saints will go in and plus 6.5. I think they battle Dallas. I think if you can listen, Dallas has no running game. I think you can get after Dak, and I think the Saints are capable of doing that on defense. So I'm going to take the Saints plus 6.5 against Dallas.
All right, all the season long, I'm going to try you. I'm getting you at 6 right now. We'll confirm.
Yep.
I'm going to give you guys some of the tried and true because they say don't do the sucker play, the public play. You don't ever do this. Like, what do they say is the sucker play? They say the over is the sucker play. So you bet I'm giving you an over. Tampa Bay goes to Detroit. I could see both these teams getting into the 30s in this game, and the over-under is only 51.5. I've had terrible luck with the overs. It has proven me just what a sucker bet is. You bet the over, you get to the end of the first, it's 3-0, you know you're screwed, especially in the NFL. But, man, I could see Tampa getting deep on Detroit a little bit this weekend, and Detroit's offense hums. I considered the Bucs plus 7.5, but I'll take the over 51.5.
Okay. I got a critical game for one of my teams. Team I like in the NFL, and it's a tough road. You got a couple road games, and they left it all out on the field Sunday night. But I like the Rams against Arizona. I think LA's plus 1.
They are.
I mean, it's an important game for the Rams. Now, listen.
This is where you would say, I stole that one from you. You stole that one from me.
You have it?
I have that one.
I haven't taken.
I also had Oregon State.
I haven't taken your Houston game yet. You told me that you should
I'm
lock
not
that
going to
up.
play it. I guess I should have. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I forgot. Was that Monday night game, though? Was that what happened?
Sunday night.
See, I looked and saw I wouldn't be able to play it, so I forgot about that.
No, you can play it.
I'm not going to do it. I have another one I like.
All right.
What did you do? Oh, you took the Rams. So this is going to be my last pick.
This is it.
This is going to surprise some people.
Okay.
I saw what the Patriots did at Cincinnati, and I don't think you can't replicate that.
Ooh.
They played great defense.
Wow.
They ran the football with Stevenson. They had 130-something yards.
Yeah.
They come home to New England.
Yeah.
They play Seattle.
Yeah. Cross country.
Getting points at home.
Yeah.
I'll take the Patriots plus 3.
All right. I got a bunch I like. So like I said, I had 10 games going in. Now, hearing from me that there's a bunch I like, don't pay attention. I was 1-4 last week.
Fair point.
Chances are I'm picking the wrong games, but I'm going to take... Well, I tell you what, Kentucky looked bad last week. Georgia get cranked up, and I think Kentucky's, the kid Kid's playing against his old team, Brock Vandegrift. 24.5. I think Georgia just might start slow again. Might be like 10-3 early, and then Georgia gets cranking and they win by 24.5. I'm going to lay the 24.5 and take the dogs against the Cats.
It's Kentucky's scary because it's hard to imagine they're as bad as they looked at home against South Carolina. I mean, they got blown out. I'm
terrible.
22 is all you get.
Even better. Lay the 22. UGA minus 22.
All right, there they are. To wit, Dan likes Oregon State plus 17. He likes Colorado State plus 7. He likes Georgia minus 22. The Saints plus 6 at Dallas. The Rams plus 1 at Arizona. I'll give you a couple of college games. A Friday Degenerate Special. UNLV plus 9.5 tonight. We got Washington State plus 5.5 at Washington. And then from the NFL, Steelers minus 2.5. Tampa Bay Detroit over 51.5. Patriots plus 3. Back with more at GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Okay, you've decided it's time to sell your home. How do you go from a problem to a promise? Listen, there are problems that come with selling one's homes, but with the promise of ChadandSandy.com, you're going to get there, and you're going to get there in the best possible way. You see, here's the promise. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. So go to ChadandSandy.com. Listen, lots of stories of proof out there. We're going to get to those in just a second. But maybe you need more space for your office or growing family, or you're worried about costly repairs. Chad and Sandy are the local real estate experts you can trust. We recommend them for the sale of your home. They guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price. By a deadline, or they'll buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You get it all with Chad and Sandy. Don't believe me? Ask Stephen and Marlene in Eagle Hammock. We needed to move quickly to Ohio to be with family. We heard about Chad and Sandy on the radio, and all we heard is true. Call Chad and Sandy today, or go to ChadAndSandy.com.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at VaughnMotorGroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Prosser here, and if you are one of the ones that looks at your backyard area living space and thinks, wow, it needs an upgrade, Lifetime Enclosures is having a huge open house sale this Saturday, and boy, can I tell you, they do an awesome job. Anything from glass or screen enclosures to full-on lanais and flooring, all in one place. The place you want to watch sports, enjoy your backyard, and just hang out could be so much better with Lifetime Enclosures. Come on out to Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring this Saturday, all day. You won't regret it.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious? Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us 641-1010.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at GolfTeeRepair.com. Now, listen, that's the name of the company. They don't really fix golf tees, but they have fun. And they have fun around the game of golf. And they got some clothes for you. They're a Jacksonville company that makes affordable golf wear for Jacksonville men and ladies who love to play. Check out all their polos, their T-shirts, their hats, their hoodies. You got to see it to believe it at GolfTeeRepair.com. It's all natural materials made from bamboo, comfortable, breathable clothing. It's comfortable. It looks great. They got the Duval shirts ready for you. They got Florida shirts. They got Florida State shirts. They got Georgia shirts. They got them all. You got to go to GolfTeeRepair.com, though, and just check them out. Go like them on Instagram. Perfect to wear this summer and into September when you're football game bound. Be comfortable in the heat. GolfTeeRepair.com. Just go look at the site. You'll be glad you did. GolfTeeRepair.com. Get your affordable golf wear today.
Just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com.
Are your toilets flushing slow? Shower drain starting to back up? Bad smells? These are all major signs that your septic tank needs to be pumped out. Call DuckDuckRooter to schedule today. The EPA recommends you get your septic tank pumped out every 3 years. Call now if it's due. 904-862-6769. DuckDuckRooter is Northeast Florida's only master septic contractor that is fully insured. See our Google reviews. Visit DuckDuckRooter.com. 904-862-6769.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson commented on the tough Brown defense they will face on Sunday.
You know, it's a typical Jim Schwartz. It's a rush, crush, close terminology on defense.
Quarterback Trevor Lawrence is looking for the bank to provide a home field advantage.
We want this to be a really difficult place to play, and obviously it is. We want it every week to be a tough environment to come into. And
JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Browns this Sunday. Let them do the driving with multiple locations around town and passes starting at just $10 on the MyJTA app. To learn more, visit JTAFLA.com. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, 8:46. Good morning, Jacksonville. Home opener Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. So important to get the victory. Buffalo's sitting happy at 2-0. Miami's 1-1. We need to get to 1-1, start the climb, the long, precipitous climb. We need to win. We need to win now. We need to go beat Cleveland. It's not a given. It's not a given. Don't take the Browns lightly. They're coming out here, same situation. They know. They're coming down here with a thought like, we got to win this game, man. We got to get back to 1-1. That was a team that went to the postseason 1 year ago.
Yeah, and I think we got we got left a bad taste in our mouth because we saw Buffalo do last night what we think our team is ready to do. Come out strong, finish games, win. You have roster turnover, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, here are the Bills. They lost Stephon Diggs. They lost Gabe Davis. They lost Mitch Morse. They lost Boyer. They lost, significant. They lost Matt Milano again in the preseason. They lost significant players and were much more forceful and effective than we were just a week earlier. So it's hard not to at least take a little bit of a comparison out of that. We saw Tua go down with a concussion. Heck, I'm just now realizing I did not realize this, and I should have. I'm guilty of trying to manage 50 different stories every morning. Sometimes I just read the periphery because I get the deal.
Yeah.
Tua ran into a forearm.
Yeah.
He didn't hit the guy's helmet. It wasn't helmet to helmet.
No.
He hit the guy's forearm.
Yeah.
You're locked up unconscious from hitting a guy's forearm? Good luck.
That's not good.
I mean, there are running backs that take 10 of those hits a game. I don't know what the biology is from the human standpoint, but obviously some heads are made to take it, more than others perhaps. I don't know how you get that kind of concussion without hitting something hard and immovable. That's a forearm.
Forearm's hard, but
not as hard as a helmet.
Mike McDaniel actually kissed him on his way out last night.
Hey,
It was
he's
kind
a
of
weirdo.
Sight of
stop it. He's not your child. What are we doing?
I wonder if that's almost like a goodbye. I don't know. I don't want to read too much into it.
I don't like my gladiators kissing when they leave the field. It's just me.
Well, we shall see what happens going forward, but I suspect he's going to be out for a little while, maybe not. The Dolphins, I saw Armando Salguero, who covered the Dolphins forever at a different place now, but suggests Jimmy Garoppolo would be a good fit knowing that offense, and maybe that's somebody they could go and get. But you can't win. You can't win if you're Miami with the quarterbacks that you have, with all due respect to those guys. I think it's Boyle and the kid who played last night. What's his name? Skylar Thompson?
Skylar, yeah.
Yeah. He actually started a playoff game for the Dolphins against those very same Buffalo Bills. He's just, and this is where I give the Jags credit, man, getting a guy like Mac Jones, because quarterbacks get hurt, and, if you don't have that guy who can, let's say Tua misses a month, and I don't know we have no idea what he might be back a week from
might miss
Sunday.
a year.
He might be out for the year.
Well, I think it'll be a month. I think it'll be more like 3 or 4 weeks. I think it'll be just until he's completely symptom-free, totally.
Yeah.
And we'll get the play-by-play and the blow-by-blow. If I'm the Jags, I'm not trading Mac Jones. No way, no how.
I'm not suggesting.
No, I know.
My point is,
he's trending as an option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Just like he did when Minnesota's guy went out. I don't think the Jags have any gumption. The Jaguars, despite what happened on Sunday, Dan, think they can win a Super Bowl.
Oh, sure.
They built a roster all around it. Part of what they think they need to win a Super Bowl is a backup quarterback who's as good as Mac Jones. I don't think they're trading that away.
Yeah.
For a 4th-round pick. I just don't think they'll do it. What are you getting for him, honestly? No quarterback fetching second round pick.
Rounder.
Right. I don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah.
I would agree. I think it's more valuable to have him here as a backup because of that very situation. Something happens and you're going to miss. And again, we don't know, but say you get nicked up and you have to miss 2 games. Okay? Well, Mac Jones can win you a football game. That's a given. So, and I suspect he's only going to be here a year, and he's going to get an opportunity somewhere else, and he's going to, go the way of Minshew. So, speaking of Minshew, the Raiders media got caught on a hot mic.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh dear.
Talking about how bad Minshew was, and
Minshew, by the way.
Let me help these old cronies out. Media boys like myself, when they have the press conferences now, okay? When they have the press conferences now, they're streamed. So the mics are on. So while you're waiting and you're yapping in your loud media voice, they hear. They haven't learned that yet. One reporter noted how well former Raider starter Derek Carr played in a Week 1 win for the Saints. A conversation was punctuated by one reporter stating Minshew was going to get his ass kicked in Baltimore.
Oh, none of this is surprise. What is this? What's the story here? No, did they say something unfair?
No.
Unflattering? Wouldn't you say this on a talk show? Did they say anything we don't say right here loud and in public?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, listen, Minshew should be used to it now.
He is.
You hear that everywhere you go because it's true. You're just not quite good enough.
Yeah.
Just not quite big enough, not quite strong-armed enough. You're a moxie little so-and-so. I love having you on my team. And
Great backup.
You can get me through 3 or 4 games, but I can't run you out of those 16, 17. I'm not going to go over 500.
Great backup.
Great backup.
Yeah.
And by the way, now it's time to start. He's gotten chances. He started a whole season for the Jags. He ended up starting pretty much a whole season for the Colts. This was his job. But if you're Gardner Minshew, you know what you got to do? You got to Fitzmagic them. You got to go beat the Chargers and then beat the Ravens and be 2-0, and they can't take you out. Some guys, it's just that unfair. You have to do the near impossible to keep the job, but the only thing saving him there is who's the other guy, right? O'Connell. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But I got to be honest. I think I'd be pondering a move if I go to 0-2.
Yeah.
O'Connell wasn't terrible last year as a rookie.
I'm surprised he didn't win the job.
I was
personally.
too. I was too.
But yeah. So we shall see what happens. I was just looking up. I was just curious. Jack Caglione is playing in high A ball in Quad Cities, and he's got 126 plate appearances, only 2 home runs, 14 RBIs. He's hitting .241. So, struck out 26 times. Struck out 26 times this year at Florida.
It's a big jump.
It's a big jump, man.
You're getting that World Series starter.
Yeah.
Only better every time you play, not just at the end of the year or in the.
It's just interesting,
it's tough. It's such a unknown who can step up to that next level of competition and not just handle it, but be dominant because you draft guys to be dominant.
And remember, we had some of these high draft picks like Dylan Cruz and Skeens. They go right up. Wyatt
Langford. Cruz kind of took his time a little bit, but he's up within a year.
Yeah.
Well, and Caglione may be too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Langford and Cruz did last year in their half years of minors.
Langford did very well.
He did?
Yeah. I don't know what Cruz has done, but it doesn't matter because he's up and he's starting every game now for the Nats. So we'll see going forward. But I thought that was interesting.
Well, here is, by the way, we reserve the right to change our mind here, right, when somebody comes along with a better idea. So on second thought, okay, we'll give you Mac Jones for Tyreek.
Sold.
This is the drill. We make a turn to the witching hour for these boys. They love the 9 o'clock. I mean, not so much.
Uncle Shay-Shay's been yapping a lot.
I think, boy.
I'm pretty convinced it was a fake.
Yeah. I suggested that yesterday. You looked at me sideways.
No. I'm pretty convinced that was staged.
Yeah, him just trying to be like a cool guy. Look at me having all this sex.
I mean, he got.
Dang, wait till 9 o'clock.
It's 8:55. It's 8:55. To GFL Friday, you're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. If you like to wake up to Teal Talk on game day, we have your favorite caller. Beautiful. On the Terminix Kickoff Show, live from Tailgaters Parking.
I love it.
Brought to you by Gatorade and Clearwater Irrigation on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. I think Florida State is going to beat Memphis. I think they've got more good players. But boy, oh boy, if they lose this one, it's going to really hurt. All of a sudden, a Memphis game that before the season looked like an easy step to 3-0 now looks like a dangerous journey to avoid 0-3. And a coach that used to coach there is now the head coach at FSU. Look, there's no easy ones anymore for this FSU football team. This is a hard one. Man, it's one they better win. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealers. Frank Frangie here. It's time for Bravo Days, Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified sales event at Nimnik Buick GMC. Now, for a limited time, enjoy rates as low as 1.9% APR or $500 in down payment assistance on Car Bravo certified vehicles at Nimnik. Now is the time to shop certified used vehicles and buy with confidence at Nimnik Buick GMC. Shop online at nimnikbuickgmc.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
And when it comes to insurance, I think we all think the same kind of thing. We pay a lot of money monthly, and if something happens and we need you to be there. That's what the Kaproskis do. This husband and wife team have taken care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it. 2 words, customer service. And it's words that are important to the Kaproskis. And sometimes they get lost in today's climate, right? If something happens to you and you call the Kaproskis, they're on it immediately. They get you answers that day. If they don't happen to answer because they're helping someone else, they call you right back. How do I know this? I speak from experience. I've dealt with the Kaproskis numerous times. They've helped my son, they've helped my daughter. And whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, Kaproskis will be there for you at your time of need. So get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaproski@goosehead.com. Craig.Kaproski@goosehead.com, Koproski, or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422.
Craving a cold one? Well, zip into one of the great Gate locations you see all over town and pick up a cold Bud Light, or a Natty, or an Ultra, maybe a 12-pack of the King of Beers, or some cold Coronas. It's all happening at your local Gate convenience store. Slide on in today.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit Stonecore today and let's beautify your home together. Stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Tyson Sound and Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security, hiring a master electrician with residential experience, offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply, 762-1000.
Equal opportunity employer. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Life has its share of challenges, and when it puts you to the test, make sure you reach out to Rebound Rehabilitation to give you the quickest path back to full health and confidence. Rebound Rehab, specializing in helping patients overcome back pain and sciatica, arthritis, and fibromyalgia, just to name a few. Rebound Rehab, locations covering the entire First Coast, getting you back in control with a pain-free life. Sports injury, workplace injury, whatever it might be, you can rebound. Log on to reboundrehab.com for more info.
The saying goes, the grass is greener on the other side. Well, that is actually true if your neighbor installed artificial turf. Lauren Brooks here from my friends at Sunshine Turf, a family-owned local company that will take your backyard dreams and turn them into a reality. Caleb can design anything from putting greens to pet runs, and if you have a pool, you'll definitely love maintenance-free turf around it. Visit sunshineturf.info to get a free quote today. Sunshine Turf. That's sunshineturf.info.
Don't suffer another day with cheap box store cornhole boards. Order your custom luxury boards from Mystic Cornhole Company right here in Jax. Ask about pro-level bags, lights, score stands, and other accessories. And score with Mystic Cornhole Company.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day.
Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by USA Park. After winning the game last week for Florida with quarterback DJ Lagway, head coach Billy Napier doesn't want to limit the freshman QB.
He does bring a dual threat element to his game. Overall, we feel confident that he can do anything that we have in our offensive system.
The 1-1 Edward Waters University Tigers will travel to square off against Alcorn State University in an out-of-conference game on Saturday evening. Game time is 4 p.m. One night after their doubleheader sweep, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp fell to the Charlotte Knights Thursday evening. Their series is now tied at 2 games apiece. In MLB play, the Rays defeated the Cleveland Guardians, and the Marlins got the victory over the Washington Nationals. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 9:03 and it's 79 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Gookin Nation. It's another hour with Duval's Big Dogs of Sports Media. Dan Hicken.
Yes.
Jeff Prosser.
Blah, blah, freaking blah.
And E to the T.
E.T. is the GOAT producer.
9:04 on a Football Friday. Let's go.
Woo! I got some, you told me the Solheim Cup is the women's version of the Ryder Cup.
We have the Golf Channel on in the office, ladies and gentlemen. That's why this has come up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so, where are they playing it, Jeff?
I want to say it's in,
Is it Euro? Or
no, it's here. I think it's here. I think. I don't know. I was just going by what it looked like when I watched 10 minutes earlier.
Well, I'm reading this.
Is it not
as
here?
It happens. I don't know. Been more than an hour and nowhere near the front of the line. People are leaving and going home, worried about the trip home. Some kids in tears. Not enough security checkpoints. Not enough buses.
What?
Golf Week says...
they're not letting fans in?
No, they're just trying to, I guess...
Why are kids crying again?
Because they can't get in. You got to wait for shuttles.
Oh, crying just because it's taking so long.
Yeah, Lexi Thompson on the tee to rev up the fans that did make it to the gates. Eventually, this place will be rocking, but how many fans will say never again? People waited hours for a shuttle yesterday just for the opening ceremonies. Then she's...
In other news, the Solheim Cup has opening ceremonies.
The Solheim Cup
fantastic.
is Beth Ann Nichols from Golf Week. The Solheim Cup is the LPGA's time to shine, the crown jewel of the tour. Complete disaster. One of the worst I've seen in 20 years covering the tour. Oh, boy.
Yeah. In other news, if a tree fell in the woods.
Well, it matters to the people there. Solheim Cup.
It's in Virginia.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I guess you got to take a shuttle to it, and it's not good. It's a mess.
Shuttle is nothing new in golf.
Yeah. It's at Robert Trent Jones Golf Club in Gainesville, Virginia. Shout out, Gainesville.
The shuttle is nothing new. There's shuttle in the golf courses is as old as golf tournament play. So
Solheim Club begins with half-empty grandstands and fans stuck waiting for buses to
course. Are we sure that that's not just what it looks like at a Solheim Cup?
I guess not. Not if there's thousands of people waiting to get there. Anyway, that's your golf note.
No, they once had the Solheim Cup when my Holmes is just into that kind of Holmes anyway. They had this.
Holmes loves America.
When he is a good American, the greatest generation, Dan. When Holmes, when they lived up near the Chicago area, they held the Solheim Cup at a local golf course.
Yeah.
And Holmes, of course, you bet he volunteered. Was part of. He's been a part of the Solheim Cup. I bet you didn't know that.
I did not.
On home soil, part of the American contingent. There's Holmes with the boom mic. Parabolic going on.
According to Clayton Freeman.
Oh, boy.
E, this is for you.
Holla at me.
Are you doing Bowles Bishop Kenny tonight?
Yeah.
Well, don't go to Bishop Kenny because you'll be there by yourself.
Oh, what happened?
We've moved the game to Bowles.
What?
Well, because Bowles has turf and Kenny doesn't, and I'm sure the field is drenched.
That's
and it's going to rain all
man.
day.
That's your biggest rivalry game of the year. If there's ever a time you want that crazy raucous student, info, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. And BK's off to a good start, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean, Bowles is always good, so I don't mean to downplay them,
No.
but BK is not always good.
So, they've been good the last few years, though.
Right. But I mean, at one point, and you correct me if I'm wrong, hadn't Bowles beaten them like 30 times in a row or something?
Well, they stopped playing for a long time, and then they started, and then anyway, major scheduling change. So, according to Matt Toblin from Clayton Freeman, the Bowles BK football game is moving to Bowles. So,
well, that's good to know.
Bowles, don't go to Bishop Kenny.
I'd be so mad.
Let me tell you something about having been a long time Friday night guy. Okay, 2 different places. There ain't nothing worse than driving to, I don't know, Baker County, looking for the stadium lights and not seeing them on and knowing, oh, God, what happened?
The game was at Ridgeview.
Or they moved it, or I got it wrong, you know?
Yeah.
And it's happened a few times.
Oh, man.
Hey, sorry. Or you get the message from the photographer. Hey, I'm out here in Orange Park. I don't see, there's no one here at the stadium. What?
Did you see the nice parking job at Folsom Field on the Colorado campus yesterday?
Was that guy drove on the field?
The guy was running from the cops. Dude, hit and run. I saw this dude slams into a car in a neighborhood, and then they get the neighbors are all like, "What in the world?" And they chase him off. He runs over a tree, and then the cops get a hold of him, and so they're chasing him, and he gets on campus. And then he busts down Folsom Drive and decides, the gates to the football stadium look like a good escape plan. Bursts through the gates, pulls it up to the 40, and then that was it.
Can't do that.
Well, they say Colorado's not been able to stop a drive in 2 years, so makes sense. Look, here's the surprise of the story.
Okay.
You hear a story of a hit and run and pulling a truck onto the field.
Right.
On a college campus at Colorado, immediately think, what do we got, a sophomore here? Dude's 48. I mean, time to grow up there, mister.
It's past
You're
time.
48 years old.
I don't think we're going to get there.
If you ever pull through the gates and park on the football stadium half drunk, you got to be in college. You can't be 48.
You can't. You can't be 48.
All right, good.
Speaking of older guys.
Finally, we agree.
Who are crazy.
Uh-huh.
Do you know who this Frank the Tank guy is?
Of course. You're talking about the Mets guy, the big fat guy.
Well, he's also, you know who his favorite teams are?
Yeah, the Mets, the Rangers.
No,
the Devils.
The Devils.
Yeah, the Mets, the Devils, the Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Yeah.
So last night, he was watching.
Frank the Tank is a guy that you get into, you go overboard, and then you drop it, and you don't watch him again for years.
Yeah,
that's what I did with him. It gets repetitive.
It gets old. And he's watching the game with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes.
They do it in a Barstool watch party. He's part of the Barstool brand.
They sit in the comfy chairs, and they shoot video of them watching the games.
And he chews on his glasses and screams at the TV.
Yes, and he's
going to have a heart attack on the air with Barstool.
He has lost a ton of weight, but he's still enormous.
Do you have him there? Yeah. Can I see how much weight?
Oh, it's like 300. He's lost like 200 pounds, but he's still huge. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow, and he's still that big.
Yeah.
Dang, he's lost 200 pounds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, he's got
the Marino jersey.
He's got the Merino jersey on. And
is that Tony Marino or Dan?
Yeah, that'd be Dan. And he's lost his mind. But Mets fans are angry with him because, it's bothersome. And we know he's a fan, okay? Like, this is how big, like.
He always kills them
when I was at Wrigley Field, I'm getting blown up texts from my son Brooks, who's 19. Frank the Tank's there. Oh, gotta find him. Frank the Tank's there.
Did you find him?
No, but I looked around. I couldn't see him.
Yeah,
he's right there. He's on the first base side. He's up the.
What are you supposed
by
to do?
The
Go
tarp.
Find him?
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
And I don't want to tell you, but the mogul's kind of a bigger deal than Frank the Tank. Maybe Frank should search me out.
But anyway, so he's watching the game the other day. the Blue Jays game.
The Mets Blue
Yeah.
Jays. Okay.
We're getting no hit. Lindor hits a home run. They got the camera on him. He barely.
In the watch room?
Yeah, he has no reaction.
What is that about?
Well, it bothers me in the respect that you just want to put your rant on the air?
Yeah.
You've already written your rant. And you're all.
Do we have an explanation? Has anyone else called that out? This just hits you personally.
Met fans were
like, what would he say? Hey, man, what's the deal?
You got to jump up for Lindor, man. Right. I mean, my gosh, it was the biggest hit of the year.
He's definitely that pessimistic fan who always wants to tell you how there's no way they can win and they're the worst. Well, that's his shtick.
And I'm looking at his, he does
the same thing with the Dolphins. And and in fairness, he has saddled up, a couple teams that it's been a while.
Here is his, and I can't play it, but here is his rant from. And he likes to grab this thing around his neck and chew on it.
He's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Let's don't get that incorrect.
All right. Well,
100% on the spectrum.
So anyway, but big Dolphin fan last night. So certainly not real happy. Not real happy. So Jags and Browns. What do you give me a feel? Give me a. What do you think?
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
This is what I fear. I fear we could go out and score 15 points and lose 17-15.
Is it wrong of me to say to you guys, he
looks at me like, I'm not nervous. Are you not nervous?
I was just going to ask you, is it wrong that I'm just am I overconfident?
Well, let me ask you this question. Is it wrong of me to sit here and say, well, we should take care of them, send a little, like if we're a good team, like a team that, best team we've had, time to win now, et cetera, et cetera. Is it wrong of us to expect a Jaguars victory comfortably, like take it to them, like beat them 28-17?
Well, I don't know if
is that wrong?
I don't know if it's.
And should we if we're good, or is it still too early? It's not the end of the world. Blah blah blah.
I don't know if it's wrong, but I would remind or anyone who expects a win. Right?
Yes.
When you say expects a win, you're like, yeah, we got this one.
Right.
Okay. You are placing that faith in a football team that has lost 6 out of its last 7 football games.
That's true.
And when the game gets to the, meat on the table, we go fetal position. So it's time down there where it's the strength and conditioning, offensive line coaches, coordinators. Somebody's got to do a manhood check down here in our locker room because we get to the fourth quarter of winnable games and don't make the plays to win. Don't have the moxie, I don't know, man. In the moment, energy, whatever, success. And we had it at the end of 22, right? We fall behind in 2022 and never give up and come back and win games, but I'm getting worried that we don't finish games. So, yes, I will be worried, and, yes, I do think they'll win.
Okay, good.
But I'm not in any way – listen, we're suckers in the Friday 5-pack. It's only a 3-point spread. If we felt good about the Jags, somebody would have thrown the Jags in there.
True.
Right?
That's true.
They're a 3-point favorite. That's like a pick 'em, isn't it? When you're gambling, that's how you look at it. If we were confident in the Jags, one of us said, oh, yeah, this is easy money. Jags -3, and we didn't do it.
I got 2 other things before we go to break. I'm getting this from our A&M correspondent, Joe Deegan. Okay. I don't like to give him – I'm going to say he's reporting. I'm not going to say we're reporting because – Joe's a great guy. I love him, but he's been wrong a couple times. But he's telling me Wigman is out for A&M.
Okay.
So they would go with the kid we talked about, that Jalen Henderson, I believe I said his name.
Listen, if we had gotten this news in August, it would have felt like a big, big advantage. But Wigman, quite frankly, started the season not playing great. But he is a starter for a reason. So and you're also putting a guy,
a runner.
Listen, full throat. Swamp, got to come full throat again.
Well, it's a running quarterback, so you got, running quarterbacks always give you a chance. They always give you a chance, especially if you don't play good defense. So I wanted to mention that. We'll talk about that more. And then this is fair. Can I get a time check, please? What time is it?
9:16.
Yeah, way over.
Are we clear?
I mean, yeah, we're
way over.
We're in the nasty realm?
We definitely in the nasty realm.
Jeepers creepers.
All right. I think this is fair. This is a fair comment. And this comes from Paul Pierce.
Oh, goodness.
Now, do you remember what happened to Paul Pierce when he was at ESPN?
Yeah.
No,
can you tell people what happened?
Oh, well, the adult entertainment came to him.
Yeah. Well, he got fired.
Yeah, he got fired.
What did he do? What did he do?
He went on live as the adult entertainment was all in his background.
In other words, he does his shot and there's like adult movies like behind him.
It was all around him.
But they were clothed.
Yeah, they were.
Okay, so Paul Pierce's point is, okay, so wait a second. Uncle Shay Shay can on
Go
a
live.
woman on Instagram Live, but I can't have sort of clothed women with me while I'm on Instagram Live.
Fair.
Is that a fair point?
Yeah, well, that's ESPN. Now they can't hide behind their lie. They're going to tell them why we really fired you because we don't like you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shay Shay's bringing more viewers to ESPN than Paul
The
Pierce
funny
was.
Shay Shay development, I don't know if we'll get to it in a little bit.
We'll get to it
is
right
that,
now.
Like I said, he faked the whole thing. This is his plan.
Oh, dear.
I said that yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's him just told, oh, look at me. Look
Remember,
how cool I
said-
am. I have sex.
Yeah.
Remember I said the story just kind of wasn't making sense.
There
That
you
makes
go.
sense.
Well,
I asked you about.
By the way, that comment you made may have pushed me completely all in on. It's a setup.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and keep it rolling right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Every NFL Sunday starts with a kickoff.
All you got to do is put your foot right through the ball.
After the game, we'll crown the special teams player of the game.
He is a difference maker now.
Brought to you by Crown Royal
This is the last play of the game.
on 1010XL.
Hey, John, my dad, Randy Marion's gone absolute Cadillac crazy. You won't believe our Escalade lineup.
Well, how crazy we talking, Jennifer?
Buckle up, folks. We've got over 35 Cadillac Escalades.
35 Escalades? That's luxury overload.
I'm talking fully loaded models, cutting-edge tech, and that signature Cadillac style.
And the deals are even more luxurious. $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Plus 5% off MSRP on retired courtesy vehicles. Head to Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 MNP and resist all.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Mad Men Marketing, Jacksonville's original digital ad agency, is now able to get your ads placed on Amazon Prime Video. Their digital experts are some of the few digital marketers approved to insert on Amazon Prime Video. Call their digital consultants at 355-1766 to learn how you can use Amazon Prime Video to grow your business and increase sales. Mad Men Marketing. Interact. Don't interrupt.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Google Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping first-time home buyers with their mortgage financing all over Florida for 34 years. First-time home buyers can get no or low down payments, anywhere from 0 to 3.5% down. As a first-time home buyer with Trustline Mortgage, you get added benefits for doing your loan with us, like lower rates on your mortgage insurance and lower closing costs. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Trustline gives first-time home buyers better mortgage interest rates? Here's the bottom line. Trustline Mortgage wants to help first-time home buyers accomplish your goal of home ownership. That's why Trustline Mortgage is offering the best first-time home buyer benefits around, period. Trustline Mortgage delivers with no and low down payments, lower closing costs, and better interest rates. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. Yes, 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you buy your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing opportunity. MLS number 331480.
Mia O'Brien
is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 through October 26th at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and also at Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and Brooks Rehab at World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Big Sir's here. My cigars are back in stock at Island Girl Gate Parkway. Buy a box and I will autograph it for you. Island Girl Gate Parkway is the place to enjoy a great cigar selection, a full bar, enjoy a daily happy hour from noon to 7 and all day Sunday. Enjoy college and NFL games from noon to 6. When you buy 5 cigars, you get 1 free. Plus, live music Friday and Saturday nights. For upcoming events, follow Island Girl Gate Parkway on Instagram and Facebook at islandgirl.gateparkway.
Are you feeling the heat? It's time to cool things down with Duck Duck Air Conditioning. Contact us today at 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckac.com. Duck Duck Air Conditioning to keep you cool and comfortable all year round.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Anderson was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson, Custom Windows and Doors.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Delight.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a little while, huh?
Way too long.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been, when it's right, why wait until the middle of the cold, dark night? When everything's a little clearer in the light of day. Yo! And you know the night is always gonna be there anyway.
Take it up high.
Picking up, you're working up an appetite. Gonna grab some afternoon delight.
Ascador right there.
Yeah.
Go
All
get
right.
you some, Googans.
That weather
get
right
you
anyway.
some.
That weather perfect for it.
Get you some.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shay style. Michelle.
Now, I don't know if this is true. Joe Yu, who is culture connected.
He is culture connected.
He connected.
Joe Yu is culture connected. He has texted me. And once again, I was right. He didn't say it that way. But he says that, yes, it is a scam. And then he says, we're talking about the Shannon Sharp. Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it here. Hold on. So, yeah, Joe has sent, it was indeed a sham. Shannon launched an ad for a Viagra-type product. So there you go. It's all a lie.
What's funny is because, like, I was watching it.
9 o'clock nasty.
I was watching a stream with him and Ocho, and he had something in his hand, like a little packaging. And I didn't know what it was. So, yeah, you know, Shay was probably up to something.
Shay.
What they say.
We know what they say about Shay. He say, no way.
No way.
No way.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, we ain't tripping.
Yeah, doesn't matter to us. Tua gets $93 million, no question asked. Probably $167 million if he has to retire due to injury. So,
it's amazing. I've not seen a guy. Tell me the last guy that retired because of concussions. I don't know who he is. Who is he? Especially prime, young, good. Tell me the last good player that retired because of concussions. I'll wait.
Steve Young, was it Aikman or Young? Those guys
again now, and that's fair. They may have.
Played.
They're 35 years old. They got Super Bowls. They've been in the league forever. Tuas 26.
What about but I don't know, I want to say Kuechly, but he didn't retire because of concussions.
No,
but it was
that played a part. He missed time.
Yeah, it did play a part.
That's
All right, here we go. I got a couple.
Kuechly, Patrick Willis, those type of guys.
I don't know if Willis did it because of concussions.
Chris Borland from San Francisco.
Yeah, the concussion. I needed to be also now. There's health and there's concussion. I hear you.
What was the linebacker from Miami?
I don't think Willis was concussions, though.
Jordan Reed.
What was the linebacker from Miami?
Jordan Reed retired because of concussions.
Okay. And that's a perfect example. He, like Tua, was constantly getting concussed.
He kept getting. He was only 30. Ali Marpet from Tampa Bay.
He was super young.
Yeah, he retired due to concussions. And Kuechly they have down.
Got to be harder for a quarterback than any other. The money you make, the importance you have. These guys love to play, man. We sometimes lose sight of that.
Man, they love.
They love the role. They love what they do. That's their job. I get to go be a quarterback for 10, 12 years. He's not going to want to retire. That's going to be the narrative. He should retire for his good. I promise you, Tua is not going to want to retire.
No,
and
and listen,
and he won't.
Yeah, because he's got the money now.
Right.
So it's not.
And it's, by the way, it's his, and that's his prerogative. We all do things. Every time you or your buddy gets on a motorcycle without a helmet, you are taking, I would say, putting yourself in more danger than Tua in a helmet.
And
that's fine.
And they don't. I'll say this because I remember it wasn't concussions, I don't think, but Scott Brantley was
he had CTE, right?
But was told his career was done when he was at Florida, and he played a long time. And, so I don't know, man. It says JT Daniels, the Rice quarterback, retired after suffering multiple concussions. Said Brad Shepard. They said Christian Cage, an AEW star. Nathan Murphy. Different sports now I'm also looking at. But, yeah, there have been some, but not many. Not many. He would be like up there as the most famous, and it's just it's sad. It's sad. But to your point, if that hit caused that concussion, which apparently it did not look that bad.
It was the forearm. What else caused it?
Yeah.
He didn't hit his. Other people say he hit his head on. No, he didn't hit his head on the ground. Not enough for a concussion.
No, and he went.
This is similar.
They say when you clench up like that with the hands, that you're unconscious.
This is similar to. This also happened, by the way, when it comes to just a body part. Remember Mahomes when he got that? It always looked like his head hit the ground hard. I don't think it did. It was more from the blow. It was a playoff game. Remember that? A couple years back.
Who is it?
Mahomes. He went close to the ground.
Yes.
They thought he slammed his head off the ground. But we're not sure if he ever did. He got hit, though, with a body part. So it can happen if it's in the wrong spot. That looked like an innocent play is what's so scary, Dan.
Right.
That play happens every time you run the ball up the middle. That level of physicality and that aggressive of a hit happen every time you hand the ball off tackle. I'm shocked that led to a concussion, and one as severe as it was. Not one that you hop up and you're a little woozy and they look at you funny. No, this is one where the arms go straight and you're catatonic and you loll, L-O-L-L, off to the sideline.
It was sad. It was sad, and I hate seeing it. And I thought Josh Allen was very poignant last night and talking about it. I thought everybody handled it well. It's just an unfortunate aspect of the game. And I am curious to ask about if he does return, if he's able to return, if he can get cleared, would he consider wearing that helmet? And does that helmet protect you? I think data-wise, it does to a point, but I don't know if it would protect you.
I think if it worked, they'd be using it. If it was significant, they would make them use it. Why would you not? If there were a piece of equipment.
Well, you're allowed to wear it.
I know you're allowed, but why is it not? They make you can't play without a helmet, period. If there's a helmet that protects better against concussions, why would you not wear it?
Yeah.
I know it's big and cartoonish looking. I don't know. Does that affect like you're running around? It's got to be super light.
Well, he doesn't need to run.
I know. I'm talking about the rest of the team. Because it looks like it's so big and weird looking. It looks like it would throw your balance off, but it's so light that it probably doesn't. But, man, it would take some getting used to, the look.
Well, for sure.
It's weird looking.
For sure. The NFL embraced soft shell helmet covers to protect players from concussions. Here's what the science says about them. Let me see here. Guardian caps. The NFL says you can wear them during the regular season. Lab studies in which researchers simulate hits to the head have shown that the caps can reduce impact forces. but how much, right? But the handful of published studies that have tested the caps on college football players running drills have failed to find any benefit compared with helmets alone.
I can't. I mean, the helmet technology itself should be sufficient.
There are no published independent studies that have tried to measure whether Guardian caps reduce concussions or head injuries in players, and no testing to see if they might work for younger players. Because that's also a good idea, like at the high school level or you certainly.
Yeah. Like I said, and that's proven my point. My suspicion would be if it was documented that it was healthier.
We will tell anyone who asks that no product can make a player concussion-proof, Aaron Hansen said, who started Guardian Sports with her husband in 2011. Our product, however, is well past the point of proof of concept. We now have more than 12 years of on-field data and feedback with over 500,000 players using Guardian caps. It's interesting. Why don't they have the data? Why don't they have something to study? On its website, Guardian says its XT model reduces the impact to a player's head by up to 33%, while the beefier model used by the NFL reduces head acceleration in a collision by up to 40%. So, NFL Vice President Jeff Miller says the caps have made players safer. The last 2 seasons, we saw about 50% decrease in concussions. If they do, you're right. Why don't they use them? I don't know. So, they'll have to dive into that a little bit more, but yeah. They seem to work.
People are saying I don't remember Andrew Luck being concussions.
I thought it was just
a different injury.
It wasn't
like
concussion.
A shoulder or something.
Yeah, it was constant.
Yeah, just
injury.
getting beat up. Yeah, it wasn't concussion.
It was surgery after surgery.
That's right.
Yeah,
and that's what I thought, but I didn't want to be official on it.
No, he was not concussion. No, he did. No.
Laurent Robinson, remember the guy they signed from Dallas? That's one. The guys are, but again, these are none of these players we've mentioned are the level of Tua.
Yeah.
Even Kuechly, he's a better player, but he's not the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, a playoff expectant team. Boy, Miami would really be in big trouble if we'd done what we were supposed to last week.
Oh, wow.
They'd be 0-2 without a quarterback. They'd be done. We could have eliminated them.
Yeah,
they'd be eliminated from the whole pool.
They're probably in trouble anyway.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll hand out some advice. He's back, and nobody can speak advice better than E. He's like our therapist. We talk to him daily after the show. Well, E, can you believe Jeff said this? E, Dan pushed me today. What should I do? Those are the kinds of advice that E hands out for us personally, on a personal note.
Every day.
Yeah. Next on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the 4th annual Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 4th through 6th at Timuquana Country Club. Get your tickets now, starting at just $25 for grounds passes. Public parking is free, and our military get complimentary tournament access courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster, October 4th through 6th at Timuquana Country Club. The 4th annual Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K.
Pregame Friday
is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
You already know it's your boy E to the T, and winning season is back. Football is back, and MyBookie is here, baby, to make sure you're ready to cash in on all the action. This season, MyBookie is pulling out all the stops with incredible promotions like weekly risk-free boost on Thursdays, where you can bet without a sweat. If your bet hits, you win big. If it doesn't, forget about it. MyBookie will refund you your wages, but that's just the beginning. MyBookie is giving away hundreds of thousands in prizes with their Super Survivor and their Square contest. Get your entries in now for your shot to win huge cash rewards. For a limited time, they're bringing back the double deposit bonus. When you're ready to get started, use my promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus that doubles your money. Double your cash, my boy, with that promo code 1010XL before you place every bet. And now loyalty pays off. With MyBookie, the more you play, the more you win. It's simple. MyBookie is the lock of the century. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and make this season your winning season. Come on, somebody.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 13, 1965, MLB legend Willie Mays hits his 500th home run, becoming the 5th player in Major League Baseball history to reach the 500 home run mark.
Imagine stepping out of your cozy cabin on a crisp fall morning, coffee in hand, a stunning view from your private porch greets you. You spend the day relaxing at the tiki bar or taking a dip in the year-round pool while catching the big game on TV. Welcome to Island Oaks RV Resort, just past McClenny off exit 333. Book your cabin that sleeps 4 to 6 people. A close, affordable getaway with activities for the whole family. Make memories that last at Island Oaks RV Resort. IslandOaksRVResort.com.
Bold City Brewery, established in 2008, is the oldest craft brewery in Jacksonville and proud to celebrate 16 years of brewing greatness in Duval. 2 locations serving delicious beers, seltzers, ciders, all produced in-house. Check out Bold City downtown on Bay Street or hit the production house and restaurant on Roselle Street in Riverside. Bold City Brewery, with something for everyone, brewing great beers and serving fantastic food to all of Duval. Log on and be bold. BoldCityBrewery.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguars defense will be without their top cornerback, Tyson Campbell, for at least the next 4 games after Campbell was placed on injured reserve on Thursday. Jaguars defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen on the plan without Campbell.
Hate it for him first. Like, he was playing at an elite level, really high. Can't wait to get him back, and we will. When he'll come back, he'll be fine. It's just next man up mentality. It's part of the game. One of the things is, we've talked about no depth chart, things like that, and so the guys behind him have had plenty of reps, plenty of opportunity to go out and play against good quality opponents and show what they can do. So we're very confident the next guy up out there will do a good job.
Ryan Nielsen on Thursday. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, time to cool down. I don't want to cool down on the Jaguars, man. We need to stay hot on the Jags, right? We need a win on Sunday. It's go time now, peeps. I don't want to be coming back here next Monday, a week from Monday, going, we better win against Buffalo tonight, Because we still need to get one. We need to find 2 wins in these first 4 games. We need to play good football. And we did play good football last week. For almost 3 full quarters, we played good football. And the difference between us and Buffalo is Buffalo was able to throw that knockout punch last night. That pick 6 was a knockout punch, And all of a sudden, they're up 31-10. Because they didn't do anything in the second half either, but they didn't need to. Because they didn't let Miami do anything. And then Tua got hurt and it was over. And then they really sat on the ball. So it just didn't matter. But that's what I'm cooling down. Are you cool?
I could cool down on something.
What do you got?
This Michelle person.
Yeah.
If this Michelle is who Shay says she is, I need to figure out who she is, see her, and do my own thorough investigation.
Let me ask you something. Is she a famous Michelle?
I don't know. She don't have to be, but, let me figure it out.
Okay, so he hasn't intimated that she is a famous Michelle.
Nah. Okay. And I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Listen, we're going to do advice, and it's brought to you by my friend Dr. Rick Townsend. He's concierge doctor, mypvconcierge.com. That's mypvconcierge.com. Does a terrific job. I've been with him forever, but he just went into concierge medicine so he can spend more time with his patients. I mean, if you need to get in to see him, you get in to see him, okay? It's terrific. If you and they can do just about anything at their office. So if you want info, and it's not nearly the expense that you may think it is, and I think it's the wave of the future with medicine. So anyway, mypvconcierge.com. Check him out, and you'll be glad that you did. But you ready to read some letters, Jeffrey?
I am. I feel there's people that need help out there. They don't have the support.
Well, we get a bunch of them
that
here
you do.
On the drill, and we're here to help. I mean, that's our shtick, and we all have different stages of our lives and different looks, and I read them, and you guys advise them, and here we go. E, do we have any appropriate music? Thank you. Dear Drill, my son got his girlfriend pregnant. She already has a 7-year-old by another man. Her mother kicked her and the baby out right after the baby was born. She had no place to go, so I had her child, and my grandbaby stay with my husband and me. What a big mistake that was. All we asked of her was her to clean up a little bit around the house. She lives here rent-free. She buys her food. She'll cook sometimes for herself and her children, but she leaves the pots and pans and dishes for me to do. She won't lift a finger to do any other household chores. She works part-time. I watch both kids when my son can't. Am I wrong to be angry that she won't help out?
It's your fault. What's the problem here?
Oh.
Hey, lady.
Okay.
Is this your daughter? Or is this? I mean, you shouldn't treat your own kids that way. Like, give her some modicum of responsibility or a 30-day eviction notice. End of story. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there's rude, there's imposing, and then there's this monster who's bringing her, gaggle of kids over to just crash it. Yeah, no, terrible. Yeah, get her out of there.
E, what say you?
Oh, this is easy.
Uh-huh.
You come home, you kick that door open,
yeah,
and you say, lady, you and your badass kids need to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh,
ain't got time for that.
And by the way, and then tell your son.
What if you lose your relationship with your son?
Hey.
Well, if my relationship with my son is based on me being a maidservant to his girlfriend, then relationship will just have to take a pause.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's called emotional blackmail, Dan.
Ooh. Okay, doctor.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you. I take this seriously, this thing.
I know you do. We don't mess around.
Got some continuing education. I know what I'm talking about.
Dear Drill, after 10 years of being with my wife, including 8 years of marriage, I accidentally discovered she was having affairs online. She put me through weeks of lies, denial, minimizing, and obfuscating before finally giving me full disclosure. At this point, I'll never know if I can believe her and her 7 years of off and on cheating with one main partner and 2 others. Even if I were to believe she's remorseful and has changed, it's hard to live with what's already happened. It's been 15 months. I can't get past the pain of the betrayal and the feelings that she didn't love or respect me for most of our relationship. In addition, there are images I can't get out of my head. I want to leave, but finances and young children make this complicated. Also, my wife will cry, get dramatic, and make me feel bad, telling me she will just go to a homeless shelter. I don't know if she's purposely trying to make me feel guilty or what. Please help. Drill.
You're a patsy, bro.
Oh, no.
Just stay there and feel miserable and let her cheat on you again another 8-10 times over the course of your 50-year marriage. You ain't got the chutzpah, buddy. You ain't got the moxie to do anything about it, or you wouldn't be in this position to begin with. So I don't know what to tell you. You've been with a lady 10 times, 10 years, 8 of them married, and she's got 3 that you know of, by the way. This just in, Chief. There's about 40 of them out there.
Oh, dear.
So you're a patsy.
E?
So and by the way, E, I don't give patsies the recommendation to get this false bravado and go out in the world. Patsy, just stay home and take care of the kids.
Oh boy.
She'll go to work. She'll get her action on the side, and you'll just have to accept it because you don't have the temperament or the fortitude to stand up and be a dadgum man.
E, do you have some advice?
I actually do.
Okay.
I got a good relationship with the Soulsbacher, the Trinity Rescue Mission,
yes, sir,
and the Family Promise of Jacksonville. So if she's worried about issues like she'll be homeless, I can set them up real straight with them.
There you go.
You feel me? Go on.
Why don't you go live in one of these dudes you're sleeping with? You shouldn't be homeless. You weren't bedless.
You was with him for 7 years.
More marital strife. We have time for one more, right?
Yeah, sure we do.
Dear
Tough
Drill.
love, gang, but if you're not going to follow it, you're going to be writing us the same letter in a year.
All right. Dear Drill, as far as I'm concerned, my marriage is over.
Oh, boy. Finally, somebody gets it.
For the past 10 years or more, my wife has recklessly spent our joint savings, my pension savings, taken out credit cards in my name without my knowledge, put us through bankruptcy. We now have over $50,000 in debt, nothing left. She also has been having affairs on the side. I can't trust a word she says or continues to live like this. Each time, she has begged for forgiveness and promised not to do it anymore until she does it a week later. We agreed to separate a month ago, but now she realizes there's not going to be any regular income from me and wants to stay married. When I told her no, she attacked me physically. I don't want the police involved. I have a daughter on the spectrum. Although she's a young adult, she'll blame me, and what relationship I have with her will be destroyed. I've been advised to not move out, as that can be seen by courts as abandoning my property to her. Please advise, Drill.
Good Lord, dude. Where do we start here with you, man?
No.
I don't know what to tell y'all. You know what? Here's my new bit of advice. If you're writing for advice from just a radio show, I can't help you. Your problems are too big. There's so much there, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Who stays with a woman who beats him up and cheats on him?
Oh, no.
What? I don't know what to do. And you're worried that your daughter is not going to... I mean, what, you're never going to talk to her again?
E, what do you say?
50 bands later, bro? I don't even know what to tell. I'm with Jeff on this one.
What the hell? I mean,
50 bands, E.
50 bands later.
I'm going to tell you
and
this.
other men.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this, too. But again, you, too, friend, are a patsy. So enjoy your miserable life. Let her walk all over you and put you in debt, and then you'll die without any money and sad. But that's what's going to happen. Because when we tell you what to do, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't be sitting in this spot. Some of these things y'all are coming to us with.
Yeah.
You should never be this far. You're incapable of fixing it. You're writing to a radio show to help you. But we'll try.
It's bad. It's bad. That's Dear Drill. And that completes the segment. E?
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
Morning, Tone. How are you, sir?
Doing well, yeah. We're getting ready for week 2. You know, officially turning the page a couple days ago on the show.
It's been hard to turn this page for some reason. Don't you think? Like, the fans still are bringing it up.
Well, you know, it's a frustrating loss.
Yeah.
And especially at the beginning of a season where it's a game that you should have won. Not could have, should have won that football game. And now, you know, I'm not surprised people want to sit on that for a couple days.
Okay.
You know, the way that game went, I certainly think the locker room probably moved past it more quickly than the public
I would agree with that.
You know, that kind of thing. So we'll see what it looks like against Cleveland, but certainly an opportunity with everything they got going on up there right now. You know, I've been saying the last couple of days, Deshaun Watson hurts more than he helps.
Yeah.
On and off the field right now in Cleveland. I don't even know how much faith there is from teammates in that guy at this point in time, because he's just not offering anything.
Yeah. It's not good. And by the way, you still got a locker room that, for the most part, remembers how you went along swimmingly with Joe Flacco at quarterback.
Yeah, and as Dempsey has shared with us on the show, like, he's talked to people up there in Cleveland over the course of this offseason. They actually had the conversation about not wanting to keep Flacco because they didn't want a quarterback controversy.
Well, they're stuck with him is the problem. They're absolutely stuck with him. They have to play him really for the next 2 years and hope he gets better. He's $73 a year.
Wow.
Keep him or leave him. He's that much.
Well, have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. It's a football Friday. Lots of ball coming up. Hopefully it dries out at some point.
Maybe.
We'll stop the rain.
There's going to be, you know where there's going to be 1,000 super messy spots tonight? Where? Laundry rooms all over the First Coast after these kids come home from these high school games. It is brutal out there. All right, enjoy your football weekend. Our Jags coverage Sunday morning. I just checked. Starts about 3 in the morning, I think. We'll be on from 3 in the morning till 2 in the morning the next day. You've been listening to The Drill. Enjoy Jaguars today.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Can you